Slipping the store clerk, got the cops involved. My pops came through in the clutch before I saw the autopsy. Imaging ran the streets, slow but not this long. Get out the way, but I make this money. Sky blue drip, and it's real sunny. DEA ain't get done from it. Jury found no guilt, you be lost in judgment.
Welcome into AHS Countdown. Tonight, the undefeated Central Red Devils will take on the undefeated Auburn High School Tigers in a top 5 clash in Samford Stadium. The last 2 seasons, the winner of this game between Auburn and Central has represented the South in the state championship game, and the last 8 seasons, the winner of this game has won the Region 2 Region Championship. All that to say, there's so much on the line tonight for both teams. So I'm going to pose it to you as we welcome in Caden and Max into the show. Is this the game of the year for really both these teams?
I think so, yes, because if you win this game, you won the regular season region, and that gives you a boost going in, knowing that you're the best in your region. And the last 2 years, the winner of this game, the winner of this region, I should say, has come out of the South and played in the state championship. So I think this may be just the game of the year for these two teams.
I totally agree. I think this is definitely a game between the two teams. The two top teams tied for first right now in the region, and obviously and rightfully so. And, of course, there's the IMG game coming up for Auburn, but it's out of region. It's not going to affect anything to do besides what bragging rights if we do win that game somehow. But, yes, this is most definitely the biggest game for Auburn, and it'll affect them going forward.
Like you said, a lot of people could be like, what, the IMG game? But you're right. No playoff implications in that one. This game, and I mean, Auburn lost to Enterprise last year, so that game is very interesting and will be at home this year. But like we said, the region champion will likely come out of this game. The only other thing I've heard just kind of around the team, this was in preseason practice. I was just listening to coaches talk, and there was an old player, and they were talking about last year, and they finally beat Central. And it was kind of like walking off that field in Garrett Harrison Stadium. It was like, great, we beat Central. We'll probably win the region. But it's a little anticlimactic because we'll probably see them again. We'll likely have to play them again and win again for Auburn in the playoffs to try and get back to the state championship game. So just an update, the remaining schedule for the Tigers tonight. They play Central, as we know. Next week, it's a bye week, so no road or home game for the Tigers. They'll play at Smith Station on the 15th of October. They'll play Enterprise at home on the 22nd. That'll be homecoming night and Pink Out the Duck night. And then Auburn will have its season-ending game. Well, not season-ending because they'll make the playoffs, but the last game of the regular season in Samford Stadium against IMG before we start playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and get into the rivalry recap. Auburn and Central have played for a very long time. The all-time series, Central leads 39-16 with 3 ties. So, Caden, if you want to go ahead and start us off with our rivalry recap.
Okay, so the rivalry started. The first game matching up between Auburn and Central was October 31st, Halloween in 1930, where Auburn came out with the win 18-6.
Yes, and then also later, 60 years from then, October 26, 1990, it was the first overtime game in the series where Auburn won a stunner 17-14.
Then, on November 11th in 2016, a whole bunch more years later, Auburn and Central played for the first time in the playoffs. It was the second round. Central got the best of the Tigers in that one, 48-9.
Then Auburn played in the Final Four against Central at Central and the playoffs, and Central came out and destroyed Auburn 38-0 just 2 years ago.
And continuing on to last season, Auburn had a come-from-behind win against Central on the road, 29-28, yet another stunner, and they beat the Red Devils for the first time in the last 8 tries.
So the opposite of that 2019 season happened in that 2020 season. Central won the regular season match between the Tigers and Devils, and then won the Final Four game. Auburn did the reverse. They won regular season 29-28, like Max said, and then Auburn hosted Central for a spot in the state championship game, and the Tigers beat the Red Devils 35-17 to advance to the program's second state championship game appearance, the other one coming in 2013. So let's go ahead and talk about the Red Devils for a second. They're number 4 in the state. They've been to state championships. They've been winning lots of regions. They actually won every single region of Region 2 for 7A since all of the 7A stuff was created, except for last season when Auburn finally dethroned them and won the region championship. So we know they have lots of talent on the team. They're really good. What is it specifically tonight that they're going to have to do to beat the Tigers at the Duck?
I think that Central is going to have to do what Bob Jones did to Auburn last week and come out and score early. And that's what really got Auburn knocked down at the start of the game. Auburn obviously came back and won that game. But Central needs to come out and score early and play like they did last week against Opelika, because that game wasn't even close.
Yeah, and you talked about Bob Jones. I think the difference in this game is that Auburn has a bye week after this, so Auburn's going to be on their top of their A game. They are going to be fully focused, but Central needs to come out, like you said, guns blazing, but they have to stay like that the entire game, which Bob Jones did not. And yeah, that'll be the key to the game for them to win.
Yeah, I definitely think if you think about Auburn, a lot of their games, Opelika and Prattville, they've had, they get off to big leads, big starts, and then let the other team crawl back. They definitely can't do that against Central. But then the reverse happened last week, like you said, Caden. Bob Jones got off to kind of the big start, surprised Auburn a little bit. Auburn's talent won in the end. Big thing is the talent's equal. If not, it might even favor Central, even though Auburn has a lot of the five-star recruits that they haven't had in years past. So Auburn's going to have to play a physical game the entire year. So I'm going to go ahead and ask y'all, what do you think about Auburn? What are their keys to success if they want to beat Central in this top 5 matchup?
I think Auburn has done great the last few weeks passing the ball, which is something we didn't see towards the start of the season. But we've also got the run game going too. Killian Massey last week had 2 touchdowns on the ground. And so I think that Auburn's offense is going to dictate this game because their defense might come out and play great like they have all season.
Yes, and I'll go off of that line where you said the defense has played great all season. They definitely have. They showed up towards the end of the matchup last game. They didn't show up at the beginning. They're going to have to show up the entire time this week. And also, like I said, they have a bye week after this. They're putting everything into this rivalry as they have in years past, but, usually not successfully. But hopefully they can get the win this time with their defense.
And now we have our player profile. Each of us will pick a player we want to profile here on Countdown. For offense, defense, and special teams, Caden, get us started.
My player profile is wide receiver number 9, Bakari Daly. He has been explosive this year. Nobody can stop him in open field, and he leads our team in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns, and I can't wait to see what I see from him tonight.
And my defensive player of the game is the junior linebacker Clark Cleveland. He has just been a difference maker throughout the season, gaining a load of tackles, and I think he will be the key to success for the defense tonight as they play Central.
All right, I got special teams. I have Carson Yancey, number 7. He also starts on the defense in the secondary. The stats show that he has 2 returns for 103 yards, 1 touchdown. What you might not notice, or that's not at least listed in the stats if you just look at the stats, is that he's had multiple kick returns. Problem is, Auburn has had block in the backs or holdings that have made it go way past where Auburn would have gotten it or even scored. That definitely happened against Park Crossing and then again against Prattville on the road. So Carson Yancey, he's a difference maker. They even play him at Wildcat sometimes on offense because when he has the ball, good things tend to happen. And next up, we have our Friday night lineup. Each of us will pick big games that determine things throughout the state. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, Thompson is playing at unranked Vestavia Hills. Who do y'all like in that one?
I'm thinking Thompson is just unbeatable at this point. It's going to come down to the state championship for anybody to have a chance against this team. They blow out everybody they face, especially Vestavia. They don't really have a chance at all.
Yeah, and the key here is number 1 versus unranked. Now, they may be on the road, but they're definitely going to feel like they're at home in this game. I have Thompson destroying Vestavia.
Vestavia Hills has a new coach. They've actually had a pretty good season with all that uncertainty. All that to say, we pick Thompson every week. What's new? All right, next up we have Hewitt-Trussville, who's fallen in the rankings, especially after that big loss to Thompson, against number 2 Hoover. Who do y'all like between the Huskies and Bucks?
Last week, I picked Prattville to beat Hoover, and I think that was a mistake. Hoover looked great in that game. They came out and beat Prattville convincingly, and I think they can come out and win against Hewitt-Trussville, who just a few weeks ago was ranked number 2 in the state instead of Hoover. I think that Hoover's going to come out and beat Hewitt-Trussville in this one.
Yeah, I was thinking that Hewitt-Trussville this season might be looking for a revenge for the rest of the season since that blowout against Thompson, but they are on the road against Hoover, and so I think Hoover will get the win in this game, but it's very close, a very close game.
This game will be in the Hoover Met, where the SEC baseball tournament actually is every single year. I like Hoover in this one too. They're the home team. Hewitt-Trussville, they could, have their big comeback win after getting blown out by Thompson, and a lot of people get blown out by Thompson. So Hewitt-Trussville could, in fact, be a really, really top-tier team, and they probably are. But Thompson's just another level. I still pick Hoover just like y'all. Next up, we have Smith Station and Jeff Davis. This will be at the Crampton Bowl on Saturday, actually. So who do y'all like between the Panthers and Volunteers?
Well, the Panthers and Volunteers this season have both been pretty disappointing teams, in my opinion. I think that Smith Station going on the road to go play Jeff Davis is a little bit of a struggle for them. I think Jeff Davis brings this one out in the Crampton Bowl.
Yeah, I think that both of these teams have just looked horrible this season. None of them, they haven't really done anything on offense or defense. And so I got Jeff Davis in this real slugfest, if I had to say so.
I got Smith Station in this one. Jeff Davis Smith Station's at least had some good seasons 5-6 years ago. Jeff Davis, it's been since the 90s. I'm going to have to go with Smith Station in this one on Saturday. Auburn plays Smith Station on the road after their bye week, so in about 2 or 3 weeks. Next up, we have Enterprise and Prattville. This is a really big game in our region. Stanley Jensen Stadium, a very interesting environment to play in. I traveled down there with the team to watch the game. So, who do you like between the Wildcats and the Lions?
So the Wildcats this season, I have not heard much from. I know Prattville lost last week. They lost to us. That's their 2 losses this season. I'm thinking the Enterprise is going to pull this one out, even though they are on the road. They're in Stanley Jensen. It is a tough place to play, but I think Enterprise is a little bit better than Prattville is this season, so I'm going to give Enterprise the win in this one.
I'm going to have to disagree. Even though Prattville lost last week, they did get up early 7-0 against a very good Hoover team. And I think if they come out with the energy that they had in that game, I think they could easily win this game against Enterprise.
Prattville looked really good when they played Auburn at home. Enterprise beat Auburn last year, so we know they have a good program. They did lose to Central. So all that to say, I'm going to have to go with Prattville too. I think this is going to be a very close game. These are 2 teams that are very evenly matched. And if you want to say Auburn and Central are 1 and 2 in the region, this game could potentially be fighting for 3rd place. And then the top 5 matchup between undefeated teams that have won the region the last 8 years. That's Central Phenix City and Auburn High School playing at Samford Stadium. It's the big one, the game we've been waiting for all year, and you could in fact call it the game of the year. Who do you like between the Red Devils and Tigers?
I think the Red Devils are in trouble for this one. Auburn is going to come out with a different energy, and they're going to win this football game flat out.
I think the main reason they're going to come up with that different energy is the bye week after this week. Of course, last game they came out with they did not come out well. They got down 7-0 early on the first drive of the game against Bob Jones' team that's not that good. Definitely not as good as Central, but also Central's not as good as these past years where they have destroyed Auburn. So I got Auburn winning this one.
So last year when we broadcasted the game at Central, I'm sitting in the stands. It was really cold for October, and Central got up 21-0. And we were all sitting there like, oh, great, here we go again. We're about to get blown up by Central. But that team had a different edge. You could tell that there's just something different about that team. They come back and they win in that nail-biter, like you said. So this year, lots of the seniors graduated, a lot of new transfer players. We don't really know if this team has this edge because the Prattville game was close, but they got up, and same with the Opelika, they got up and they just kind of held on. Does this team have the edge to come back if they had to? We don't know. They've never been in that situation. They physically and talent-wise have outmatched every team they've played. This is the first, I won't say big game for Auburn, but talent-wise, they're equal. Auburn's not just going to be able to out-physical them. The Red Devils, I like Auburn in this one. Very close. I'd be shocked if it was really a blowout either way. Central has so much talent. They've sent people on to D1 schools. They've sent wide receivers to Clemson. I do like Auburn in this one. Very close. I do think the winner of this game could potentially, they'll win the division and then could potentially yet again go to that state championship game. Well, that's going to do it here for Countdown. Coming up in our broadcast, we'll have the Auburn High School Baseball, who won a state championship last year, their ring ceremony, the band in pregame, and then, of course, kickoff at 7 o'clock at Samford Stadium. So from all of us here on Countdown, Max and Caden, thanks for tuning in and enjoyed the big game against the Red Devils and Tigers.
So I wanted to talk with you and your mom today, Lily, because of some of the changes your friends and teachers have seen in you lately. And along with the incident the other day, you were with Derek when he was caught selling marijuana.
Yeah, he was selling it.
Honey, we know. But we care about you and want to know what's going on.
That's right. We'd like to understand it better and see how we might help. And if weed is a part of it, we want to make sure you know about the negative consequences for someone your age. So, can we talk?
Talk. They hear you. We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Correction for our elementary schools. Caroline Revelle is the principal at Ogletree Elementary, and Matt Bruder is at Auburn Early Ed Center. Thank you all for being here tonight. I have your attention, please, if you will direct your attention to the home sidelines for a special recognition of the 2021 7A State Championship Auburn High Tiger baseball team. The Auburn High Tigers finished the season with a record of 36-7. They concluded the season with Ryan Olson throwing the final pitch to beat the Hoover Bucks 7-6 in Game 3 of the 7A State Championship. Baseball America recognized this Auburn High team by ranking them as the 8th best high school program in the country. Auburn High Baseball would like to thank the Auburn community, Auburn City Schools, and the Auburn City Schools Administration, as well as the Auburn High student body for their enthusiastic support during the 2021 season. At this time, we'll recognize the administration, support staff, players, and coaches for the 2021 7A State Champions. Superintendent Kristen Herring, Auburn High Principal Shannon Pignato, Diamond Doll sponsor Mary Beth Snyder, Auburn High Baseball's #1 fan Gabby Fellows, radio announcer Scott Bagwell, photographer Connor Cheney, trainer Izzy Cornell, trainer Clayton Hensley, yoga coach Susie Weigel. Now for the players: Henry Allen, Riley Austin, Ryan Austin, John Ashton Benefield, Todd Clay, Connor Cosby, Nathan Foster, Brady Fuller, David Hickson, represented by his father Eddie Hickson, Pat McGlaughlin, Jace Norton, Ryan Olson, Tanner Phillips, Evan Pope, Matthew Rose, represented by his father Mike Rose, Caleb Sanders, Sully Speaks, Griffin Stewart, Jet Tullier, Will Turner, represented by his dad, Johnny Turner. Webb Berenice. Tanner Waldrop. Trent Waldrop. Brendan Wall. Judson Waters. Peyton Williams. And Walker Zapp. The Auburn High coaching staff, Aaron Stewart. Quentin Mosley. Mitchell Lane. Blake Ramsey. Travis Yarbrough. Garrett Spahn. Chris Harris. Josh Cumberland. Assistant coach Tommy Carter. And head coach Matt Semo. Congratulations to the 2021 7A Alabama State Champion Auburn High Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Dr. Kristen Herring, Superintendent of Auburn City Schools, and Dr. Shannon Pignato, Principal of Auburn High School, we welcome you again to Samford Stadium, home of your Auburn High School Tigers. Now, let's stand up and get into the Auburn spirit as we continue the hunt for the Alabama 7A State Championship. And now, for your pregame entertainment, we present the Auburn High School Marching Band. Please stand and join us as the band performs the Auburn High School Alma Mater, conducted by AHS Director of Bands, Miss Deanna Marshall. Please remain standing as we honor our nation with the playing of our national anthem. Again, welcome to the Duck, and best of luck to our guests from Central. Enjoy the game and go Tigers!
On behalf of the Auburn High School football boosters, our student athletes, coaches, and parents, we want to offer a special thank you to our 2021 sponsors. We appreciate the generosity and support these businesses and individuals provide our teams and program. Auburn High parents and fans, we encourage you to make it a point to thank all of our sponsors. Signage recognizing sponsors can be found throughout Samford Stadium. Tonight's game sponsor is Full Moon Barbecue. Thank you for your support of Auburn High Athletics. Captains for tonight's game, for Central Phoenix City, number 1, Jordan Moultrie. Number 7, Jared Wiley. Number 11, Caleb Nix. And number 50, Eric Wilson. For the Auburn High Tigers, number 1, Brad Harper. Number 7, Carson Yancey. Number 20, Powell Gordon. And number 28, Camden Etheridge. To start the game, Central will receive. Auburn High will kick and defend the south goal.
I see that last week and you didn't know, so I don't know why. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. Nice one. I'll take it.
People in the stands right now than we've had all the other games combined, even the away games, on the opposite side of the field. So, it's a great crowd, great atmosphere. This is what you play high school football for. This is what you coach for. This is what the kids play for, is to have opportunities like this. It's just an electric atmosphere, like you said.
It should be a whole lot of fun here tonight. Auburn will be kicking off from left to right. So Auburn will be on defense first, and then they will be going against this Central offense. So to me, it's strength versus strength. I think Central's offense, probably their best strength. They're averaging 470 yards per game in high school football, almost unheard of. Auburn's defense has been their strength for the last couple of years.
Well, I think for Central, this might be the best defensive front we've seen this year.
Yep.
Especially the two interior guys, the nose guard number 93 and the other guy number 44, I believe it is.
Muhammad back deep.
They're pretty good.
As is English. And also back deep is Wiley. Owsley approaches, and he's going to kick it away. It's a good kick, and it'll be in the end zone, and it'll be at the 20-yard line for the Red Devils. And you're right, Coach, this defensive line, they get after you. They fly around. They're very athletic. But right now it's the Auburn defense against the Central offense.
Well, we got Power back this week.
Yes, sir.
And that's a plus. He's had 3 weeks to get over that concussion that he received in Prattville. So he'll be a big asset that they haven't seen him in 3 weeks.
Yeah, need him coming off the edge in just 3 games. He's got about 9 tackles for a loss on the season. Caleb Nix, the quarterback for the Red Devils, starts in the gun. 2 receivers to the near side with an up back. Single receiver to the top. Little inside handoff, got yards up the middle. And it's going to be about a gain of 5 or 6 for the running back for Central as they turn around and hand it off to number 4, Jamil Johnson.
Right up the middle, Auburn was in a 3-3 stack, which meant they had 3 down linemen, 1 right over the center, and the right defensive end stayed in his outside position. The nose slanted away and just opened up a big hole up the middle.
Auburn stays in that 3-man look. Nix in the gun, and he's going to pull it out. Wants an open receiver right over the middle of the field. Has his first down, and then some. Making the catch on the play is number 9, Tommy Griffin.
Yeah, they had 3 receivers to Auburn's sideline, and 2 went deep, and the other one just hooked up, and it just cleared out a mess for them.
Gain of 12 on the play. 3 receivers to the top of the formation, tight end to the near side. Nix having a conversation with Johnson in the backfield. The running back lines up to the left, receivers to the right of Nix. Drops back, looks downfield, wants a seam route down the middle of the field, overthrown. Looking for his receiver down the middle of the field, and that's something that I figured was going to happen, is they're going to put their best receiver, and that's number 2, Carmelo English, 6'1", 175, has offers from Alabama, Georgia, you name it. He's got the offers. They're going to put him in the slot, let him run a go route against our safeties, and see what happens. Incomplete there, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, most of the time on film when I've watched the quarterback throw the ball, he's been overthrowing pretty much every time. But if you're going to overthrow, that's a good one to overthrow the receiver. That kid can fly.
Empty set here for the Red Devils.
Watch for a quarterback
draw. Quarterback fake draw. Now right over the middle of the field. Got English through the middle. He's at the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Great play design. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Yeah, they got in the empty. I told you one of the things he likes to do is run quarterback draw. He faked the quarterback draw.
Yep.
And that made the linebackers freeze, and he brought one of those inside receivers out of that empty set, brought them across the middle on the slant, and caught it on a dead run, and we were in man, and it got us.
62-yard touchdown run for the Red, or 62-yard pass and catch. It's Nix to English with 10:55 left to go here. Red Devils strike first.
Yeah, just a good throw and catch too. I mean, you throw in slant routes on a dead run. Those are not easy to always, connect with.
Extra point up and good, and the Red Devils strike first. Coach, you mentioned it. Central goes empty. They like quarterback draw. The Auburn staff was key to it. The Central staff also key to what they like to do. They run the little fake the quarterback draw. They get their best receiver on a little inside route, and then boom, touchdown.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
Yancey back deep along with Flakes and Bakari Daly. Kicking off for Central is number 42.
Most of his kicks
Charles
end
Paul.
up on about the 10-yard line or so.
Kicks it, and that one going to be taken
That one's quicker.
at about the 4-yard line by Daly. Daly coming the other way. Not a lot of blocking. Needs to get upfield. Makes one guy miss. The second guy got him, though, and there's a flag comes in from approximately 40 yards away. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, he had one shoestring tackle, or else we're going to be singing a fight song for Auburn because he was that close to breaking it for a touchdown.
See what the flag is. Right now the ball is going to be put right at about the 19-yard line.
Typically it's a block in the back or something like that.
Personal foul, and they don't know. Personal foul, illegal block, blindside block there. So Auburn, it's going to be half the distance to the go. Auburn will have poor field position to start.
Yeah, the ball's going to start out on about the 4-yard line, coming out of the almost out of the end zone.
Put it at the 9. So Auburn will have to go 91 yards to tie this thing up.
Yep, I see the block on the replay right there.
Auburn will go with 2 receivers to the near side with a tight end, a tight receiver to the top of the formation. Massey, your running back. Pittman claps and looks to hand it off to Massey. Massey tries to get through the line. Nothing there. No gain. Maybe lost a yard. Second down and long coming up.
Very strong up front by Central. Those 2 interior linemen, they're pretty stout, just the inside zone.
No, not a lot of pressure.
And the linebacker ran through, and that no one blocked him.
Yeah. Tharp came through there. The middle linebacker makes the tackle, and they put it no gain on the play. Second down and 10.
A little tight bunch set here by us.
Massey moves to the left, bunch to the left as well. A little bubble action to VJ Leverett. VJ goes upfield, and a guy that was covered up on a block gets off the block, makes the tackle. It's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play, third down and long coming up.
What made that tough is the defensive back was so far backed out protecting the field, so the receiver had to hold the block a lot longer than normal, and it took that long for him to get there. The defender was able to just fend off the receiver and make the play for no gain.
Yeah, now it sets up about third down and 7.
Same situation here. You can see how wide the corner is.
Flip the bunch set. Massey now to the left, bunches to the right. Pittman play action, drops back, steps up in the pocket, now dances, needs somebody to come back to him, makes one guy miss, now breaks out to the left, looking for some help, throws it up, picked. And it's going to be first down, Red Devils at about the 22-yard line, something we talked about. Auburn can't turn the ball over, and something that Pittman hasn't done is put the ball in trouble. And right here, Central does a good job of sticking to their receivers. It's man-to-man, four-man pressure. Pittman tries to just find an open receiver, but then
you can't force the football in that situation. He was trying to force the ball and make a play, and you're better to throw it away or try to get what you can get with your feet.
A punt isn't always a loss, especially when it turns into a interception, and the Red Devils have a chance to make it a two-score game immediately.
Yeah, they're on about the 22, 23-yard line.
Now they are moving it back.
Got a penalty flag on the side over there.
Okay. So unsportsmanlike conduct on the Red Devils. And on that situation, Clyde Pittman breaks contain, rolls to the left, and tries to float it over Jacquees Hardaway, the safety. The problem is Hardaway is 6'3". That's a lot of legs and arms to get over.
First of all, he was step for step with the receiver. Second of all, he was running. The quarterback was running to his left, making a throw to his left that you're throwing against.
Yeah.
When you're a right-handed quarterback, that's not easy. That's tough.
4-play drive for the Red Devils that went 80 yards. Now a little inside handoff. Nothing there. First positive defensive play there for the Tigers. No gain, maybe one. Looks like a generous spot. Second down coming up.
Yeah, you can look. If you the way we were playing that time, we were going after the back. Look for Nix to pull it and run the football. He's, like I said, he's very dangerous with his feet. And tonight he's shown pretty good accuracy, except for that one long ball. He's shown pretty good accuracy.
He could pull it down and run it, also pull it and throw it on an RPO.
Yeah.
Bunch set. Nix drops back, looks one-on-one. Pogue, a lot of contact. There's the flag.
Yeah, he had his hands all over him. Yeah. It's a good call.
And the thing there, if you're Pogue, he was stride for stride. He was kind of with him. It was going to take a perfect ball to complete it as they tried to find, it was Johnson, I believe, a running back out there. No, it wasn't Johnson. It was, see, who were they trying to find? They were trying to find English once again.
Well, good call by the official. You can't fuss about that. But when you're step for step, you can take an equal opportunity for the ball.
Yeah.
And so then it won't be interference. But if you don't ever look for the ball and you get in contact, they should flag you.
It looks like three receivers coming to the near side. English, the best receiver, in on the slot, and he's lined up against the linebacker for Auburn High. Running back to the left as well, tight end to the right. Nick's in the gun, and he wants the bubble. And he has his receiver, good blocking, and running over a defensive back. Pogue is going to make the play as number 55 for the Red Devils blocked until the echo of the whistle. And it's going to be a gain of about 9 on the play, second down and 1.
Like I said, just a little quick bubble screen to that star receiver of theirs, and a good open field tackle. I mean, I'm telling you, if you get a guy like that down in open field, that's a good job.
Also give credit to the other receivers. They got on their guys and they locked on.
They held their blocks too. Yep. That was key.
Gain of 9 on the play. 8:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Central leads 7-0, and they've already forced a turnover. Looking for more. Play action inside zone, throwing it deep ball once again, incomplete. They went Pogue on English once again. We're going to see that matchup a lot, I'm thinking, here tonight, incomplete.
Well, I ain't too sure the receiver didn't stiff arm the defender that time to get separation. But be that as it may.
Actually, that time they went to 13. They went to Terry. They got 2 tall, athletic receivers on either side of the ball. Pogue at 6'2" is going to have to hold his own, and so is Yancey on the other side. 3rd and 1 for the Red Devils here. First third down of the Knights. Motion, little inside handoff. Powell Gordon comes free but gets tripped up. Bouncing out on the outside is Johnson. There's a blindside block, no call, touchdown.
And it was a clean block too. But yeah, that was just inside zone. He planted and cut back and took it to the corner.
Gain of 18 on the play for the touchdown. And it was Johnson on the run, and we're not halfway through the first quarter. Auburn's in trouble.
Well, they had one guy. We had one guy out there, our corner, and their receiver. He went to make the play and squared up and to make the tackle. The receiver, got a good clean block on him, and he cut outside of it.
PAT is up, and that PAT is good. No flag, and there was a little bit of contact
there.
So it'll be 14-0 Auburn High Trails. Now, if you remember, last year Auburn goes to Phenix City, and it was the worst first quarter that Auburn High played all year long, found themselves down by 3 touchdowns. Different team on both sides. I'm not sure that's what the strategy you want or the game plan you want. Find yourself looking up, down a couple of scores, and you got to fight your way back.
Well, you can count on this. Central comes into Duck Samford Stadium, with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because Auburn came back and beat them when they probably felt like they were the better team last year. And so, and they should have. They should have felt that way. I mean, that's the way I would have felt if I'd been them.
It did. And then Auburn knocks them out of the playoffs in the Final Four.
Yep.
The last time the kicker got a little bit further than he normally does. Kick on the way. It's again down that far hash, and it's going to be taken at about the 5. Here comes Daly. Block up the middle, looking to get a one kick-out block. Slips, and he's going to get hit hard. And a Central player dives on the pile. Auburn's going to take over at about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, we had a couple of missed blocks there. Here again, we're close to breaking it, but close don't only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
So Auburn will take over at the 21, and you don't want to say it's at 7:39 left to go in the first quarter, but it feels like, I don't know if Auburn necessarily needs score, but Auburn needs yards. Auburn needs a first down. Auburn's got to get some momentum going.
Well, we've got to keep the ball out of those white jerseys. We've got to keep it away from the white.
They can't score in theory if they don't have it. 2 receivers to the far side. Auburn goes with 2 tight ends. Auburn will pull 2. And Auburn makes one guy miss, and then the running back Williams is stuffed, and now he'll fight his way through to about the 24-yard line. Let's see where they give him forward progress. They're actually going to mark him back at about the 23, gain of 2 on the play.
Ooh, there's a weak spot there, but it is what it is.
The other thing is this crowd has gone away.
Yeah, it's non-existent right now. We need something to happen to kind of pump this crowd up a little bit.
There's a stoppage, 7:09 left to go here, and we're going to have an equipment issue for number 6, John Queese Hardaway. Normally whenever you see that, it's because the knee pads aren't going to the knees.
Yep, generally that's the case. Two tight ends.
2 tight ends set with 2 receivers to the left side. 15 seconds left to go on the play clock. Pittman in the gun, claps a hand off right inside to Davion. Davion kind of keeps working his way forward. He's going to get to the 25, gain of 2. He's going to set up a 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah, that was just good. Like I said, that's a good defensive front wearing white jerseys tonight. 93 and 44. The defensive end on the left side stalemated the blocks and just caused the back to run up into the back of his lineman, just hunting and pecking. He wanted to cut back, and it just wasn't there. And that's 3rd, like you said, 3rd and about 6.
3rd and 6. Auburn High on 3rd down and 6 through 9, or 6 to 9 yards to gain. 9 for 17 on the year. Here comes motion. And dropping back is Pittman. Pittman steps up in the pocket, looks for some help. He's going to try to run it. He's got a long way to go, and he's not going to be able to get there. He's going to get to about the 28-yard line, gain of 3, 4th down coming.
Yeah, Auburn motioned, and it ended up becoming like a bunch set. And they had one guy, they ran some short routes, but had one guy clearing, deep, and never had a chance to even think about throwing it.
Auburn lines up 4th and 2, ready to punt, or ready to go for it, rather.
Must be going to be a quick kick.
Auburn goes hard count, 16 seconds left. Auburn calls the play.
We're going quick kick.
Yeah.
And there's nobody back.
There's nobody back, so if Auburn can get a good one off, Auburn might get a roll here. He's going to hit at the 40 and is going to roll and release past the 30, and it'll get a touchdown right at about the 26-yard line. Auburn High School needs to stop.
That's about a 45-yard.
That's as good as you. Yeah, that's pretty darn good for Auburn.
Would have a regular punt, it wouldn't have been much better. I don't know if Central's receiver or a punt returner warrants that, but if he does, then that's a good job by the coaches.
Also, maybe you get a free 5 off that quick snap.
You never know.
Auburn stays in the 3-3-5 look. 3 receivers or 3 DBs over the 2 receiver set to the top of the formation. Nix is going to pull it. Powell Gordon there. He's going to wrap him up, and it's going to be no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, our defensive end on the left side did a good job of pulling up Nix. Nix wanted to run outside. We're really just a bootleg pass, really. And then Powell came off the backside and ran it down.
Vickerstaff came inside. Brad Harper scraped over the top, forced Nix inside. Powell cleaned it up. 2nd and 10 coming now. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 receivers to both sides in a bunch set. This could be a mesh or it could be outside zone. And there's going to be a tackle there by Braden Joyner. And he's going to be a tackle for a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and long coming up. Almost a horse collar.
And they were probably crying for horse collar. You saw plenty of jersey on that when he grabbed him. There was no horse collar.
The hand did not get inside the shoulder pad.
Get in the shoulder pad.
Thank you for AHS Mass Media. We can see the replay there. The hand was just on the back of the jersey, and he's able to tackle him down. 3rd and 11 coming up. 4:20 left to go here. Tigers need a stop, already down 14-0.
They hurt us with a bubble last time. Let's see if they try it again.
He moved again, and Jimmy Vickerstaff pointed it out the first time, didn't get the call. Pointed out the second time, got the call that time as the big left tackle. And, Coach, I understand. I'm an offensive guy. I'm very lenient when it comes to these splits. These tackles are about 3 yards deep.
Talking about
the offensive tackles, yes, sir. I'm not sure that they're quite on that line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 16 coming up. Auburn needs to make sure they find number 2. Nix drops back, and now he's going to look to run a little bit, finding the drag, and threw behind his intended receiver, did Nix, looking for number 6 on the play. I think it was 6. The only 6 I got it. No,
I think it was 9.
9, yeah, that makes more sense. That was Tommy Griffin. It was a nice play to get it to him, but it was behind. Going to be a tough catch to make by Griffin. Incomplete.
Nix had flushed. That receiver came from the other side of the field for about a 14-yard completion.
He's going to have his first.
If he catches it. But a little bit behind him. It was a hard throw, rolling to the right, throwing back a little bit.
Yes, sir. Bakari Daly back deep.
And we should have decent field
position. And Auburn High School is going to have to get a guy out because – and I can see Graham Young's coming off the field, and, yeah, his knees are pretty darn bad.
He looks like he's in a pair of shorts.
So now you start going to every single player. Be like, all right, guys, you got to make sure your knees are covered or you're coming off the field.
Doggone, you're going to hit on your knees on this turf. It's going to skin you up.
High kick, Daly. Fair catch. He'll make it, and Auburn High will have good field position at about the 43, 44-yard line.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I've been skinned up by turf before. It ain't no fun. And
no.
There's all kind of bacteria in that turf. You get skinned up, you'll keep sore the rest of the year.
So Auburn High School takes over, 1st down and 10, looking for their first down of the night.
Two by two.
And it's a stack look. We have not seen this look from Auburn High this year. Inside, give to Massey. Massey gets taken down. I believe that's by number 92, Micaiah Gilbert.
Yeah, he just, we never even got close to getting a block on him. He took our tackle on, got him at arm's length, and ripped off and made, we never had a chance.
Inside zone, and, that end sets it out. I'm not sure that tackle thought that was going to be bounced out. Loss of 1.
One thing I've noticed about Central's ends, they don't get upfield. They're lined up like they're going to. They just wait to see.
Screen to Massey, not there.
I'm gonna tell you, 44. Even though I don't know how much he weighs, but he is a special player. He plays the interior, plays on the outside shoulder of the guard. Their nose guard had plenty of. Well, they let him through because it was a screen, but 44 read it, and never had a chance to get it going with it.
I got Mark Baker at like 6'2". They said the numbers I got from Central says 6'2", 290.
Well, I believe it. But he's quick. He's a quick 290.
Pittman drops back, rolls back, and he can't do that one. And he's going. He rolled out. The tackle kind of didn't really wasn't able to hook a DN because, well, their DNs are pretty good. Backside in is left free because it's a roll left, and then Pittman tries to start backing up, and that's
about a 25-yard loss on that play.
And outside of third down, you don't get it on third down. More so, you lose so much field position here. 4th down and
30, almost 30.
Yeah, 4th down and 28, so a loss of about 15 on the play. No, loss of 17 on the play. Auburn needs a good punt. End-over-end punt. It's going to be taken right at the 45. Makes one guy miss up the middle, and there's a flag that's coming in, and 10 is going to be the guilty party for Central as he had a grab of the front and the back of an Auburn High School player jersey.
Pretty good punt. Pretty good punt, and the guy, caught it. He did, we had good coverage down that time.
Stop made by number 30, Detroit Smith. There's a penalty flag on the play.
Yeah. It's one of the things you always try to tell your kids in a game like this, look, you can't get so emotional in a game that you just forget common sense, which is the officials are going to see it when you do extra stuff. Ball's going to be on the minus 41-yard line coming out. 1st and 10.
Auburn got a 3-and-out last time out. Got a 0-yard gain on 1st down, got a -1 on 2nd down, and then got a penalty and then missed the receiver, did Nix. 1:45 left to go here in the opening quarter. Central up 14-0. Twin receivers to each side, and they're stacked. And that's going to be a false start on the receiver. What's concerning is if you're an Auburn High defensive coach, it was one-on-one, and then you had the ball carrier. Yeah. So false start, but that's something that if Auburn High sees, Auburn High likes to keep people in the box, but with their best player out wide, you got to find a way to get people to them.
Well, I mean, if you get it quick enough, he ain't got to hold the block forever.
Right.
Nix has a decent arm, so.
2 receivers to each side, same formation. Auburn High School looks like they go after it a little bit better this time, except the bubble is to this side. Pogue, it stands way back, and Auburn High defensive coaches are not happy. It was 1st and 15, gain of 10, maybe 11, and 13 now, 14. I mean, they're going to mark it at a 13-yard gain.
The corner's out on the island by himself, so he's got to be careful. The outside linebacker's inside leverage, so he's going to get blocked. He's got to make some changes.
2-by-2 tight set here. Dropping back is Nix. There's your little mesh route. Looking and incomplete. A little bit too hot to handle. Pogue crashed on the receiver. 3rd down and about 2 coming up.
Yeah, there's that mesh route where they come in, they're crossing folks. They're anticipating man coverage. And even if you're not getting man, you still go get rubs and get a lot. Yep. There's a lot of eye candy for linebackers when you got 4 people crossing at different levels on the field. The best way to stop that is to knock them down as they're coming, especially the low guys, knock them down.
Yeah. 131 left in the first quarter. Nix has it. It's a reverse. And Auburn had a guy out there to string it out. Now they're going to get players, and that's a great job. Mark Tolan got there first, extended the play out, and then you had Kez Dooley and a couple other players who had great pursuit. 12 Granberry and 7 Carson Yancey, who were able to string the play out, make an open field tackle on Carmelo English. No gain on the play, punting time.
Great play. And the thing about it is there was a guy, we had one guy deep already and made him run a little bit of a bubble. And so, hopefully his first quarter's got 50 seconds left in it. Hopefully we maybe have settled down and started to get in the groove of things.
Does Auburn have too many players on the field?
Well, they didn't get called for it.
Daly will take it at the 5, looking to get outside. Makes one guy miss, and then he's going to be tackled, and Auburn is going to, even worse, there's going to be a penalty on the play. That was discombobulated from the start.
Well, as a general rule, you're the punt returner. You don't field a punt inside
your 10.
The 10. You stand at the 10. You give don't give a fake field goal. A lot of them, like they're going to fair catch it. Don't do that. Just move away from the ball and act like you're going to catch it and run with it. That'll draw the coverage team to you. But if you catch it inside the, when it's outside, like inside close to the goal line, I mean, you're better off letting it roll in the end zone and get it on the 20.
The worst, Auburn's going to take this one over at about the 3.
Yeah, half the distance.
Illegal block. That's the second illegal block Auburn's had on a return, half the distance. First down, Auburn High School at the 3-yard line. Auburn High still looking for their first down.
Well, it's pretty salty on defense. I mean, you know, and we're trying to run the ball on them, but this, like I said, this is the best defensive front we've seen this year by far. But I think the defensive front's the heart and soul of this football team, personally.
Pittman sends a receiver in motion. Now trying to bounce it out is Williams. Williams gets strung up, and where are they putting him down? He got hit at like the 3.
Well, I think the forward progress, they're kind of selling us short on that forward progress over there.
They put him at the 1.
Less than the 1.
So -2 on the play. Auburn needs to go to the quarter here. 8 seconds left to go. Auburn will take it to the quarter. First quarter, all Red Devils, 14-0 our score here at the end of 1, and Auburn has it underneath their own goalpost. They got 99 yards from pay dirt. We'll come back in a minute. You're listening to Auburn High School, the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Hey, loser.
Leave me alone.
When a child shares hurtful comments online, that's bullying. Visit erasebullying.ca.
Kind of sort of to the left. Cam Etheridge is your second receiver. He's right on the end of the line of scrimmage. Your running back into the game is Davion Williams. Auburn needs to find a way to get a north and south running game going.
Looks like we're facing man free right here. Can't tell for sure. It looks like it.
There goes motion. Dropping back. Auburn wants the hitch to VJ Leverett. Tries to make one guy miss. Positive yards. Spins across. Spins out of a tackle. Let's see if we get forward progress like we got it on a negative way last time. Gain to the 8-yard line. Gain of 6. Third down at about 6.
You know, they were in a man free, but when the back runs out of the backfield, somebody's got to pick him up. And you generally don't want your linebackers doing that. So the safety, the free guy, has to do the pickup.
Yeah.
Because it motion to empty.
That cover one man free look, that's what they like to run a lot. Now it's a too-high look here, too-high shell. 2-by-2 look for the Tigers. Pittman claps a hand, now looks over. Auburn High's got to be quick. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock.
No one on our tight end, inside receiver.
Auburn tries to hand it off, trying to get a first down on the ground for Davion Williams. He's going to run hard. He's going to have close to it. He's pushing hard. He's going to have his first down yardage. The initial first down for Auburn High School, gain of 7 on the play.
Good run inside zone, and that time we got the defensive end block and ran inside of him, and the linebacker got sealed off, and we got good positive yardage out of the inside zone.
See what Auburn High School tries to do here. This is kind of a tempo-based offense, but with that said, you don't want to tempo yourself into a quick punt. 10:50 left to go here.
Yeah, that last time they left the Etheridge uncovered, but this time they're covered, and it looks like they're in man free again. There they go.
Jet sweep action, and Auburn missed a block. And because of
ran through.
Yeah, well, you had a running back who was right there, and he missed him. You just looked at him, and then you had two people
Why would
there.
You pass him up?
Yeah, you had two people there who passed him off, loss of 14 on the play.
It just goes, I've said it many times, you never know what a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid's going to do.
You had a running back and the guard, the pulling guard, both looked at him.
Opposite color, ran right by
Yeah.
you, you don't touch him. You know, we got to do a better job of that. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to protect the ball. Second down and 14.
2-by-2 set here. And Auburn was illegal. Let's see if they call it. And they want the second wheel. They got Davion Williams into the open field. 35-40, 45-yard line. He's going to be taken down, and that's going to be big yardage for Auburn High School from the 14-yard line all the way down to the 46, a gain of 31. Give them 32.
Basically a double wheel route.
Yes, sir.
You know, but the back out, I think it was. Is that the back?
It was the back.
That's what I was thinking. The back out. He was the second wheel, so you got one wheel clearing things out, and the second wheel's right trailing behind it. They didn't have anybody to cover him. He caught it in stride. Good throw, too, because he was able to catch it in stride. Didn't have to reach for it.
Bunch set once again to the right. Davion Williams now moves to the right. Pittman has it. Auburn tries to move a guy, and that was kind of a tackle pull there, and it's going to be gain of 1 on the play. And right now, when Auburn's trying to move linemen, you're just getting big penetration right up the middle. That was GT. The center didn't get back. The tackle couldn't get across. And good old-fashioned GT counter, and just no gain or 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, when you pull in two people, they got to block them.
Yeah. And the center, just Joe Frazier, tried to get back to him. Nice penetration there by the defensive lineman. Quad set, Cinco set to Bakari Daly. Auburn High misses a block, and it's going to be a loss of 3 on the play, 3rd down and long. And if you're Auburn, the frustrating part is you're missing. It's like Central's good, but right now Auburn's just missing blocks.
I didn't like about it. He took a sniff of him. He just
Yeah.
ran right by him. He was the corner. That's the primary guy you got to block first, because he's the one that's going to make the play before the the outside linebacker will.
Loss of 3 on the play, 3rd and 12 coming up. 8:30 left to go.
Bunch set again in the boundary.
Massey moves to the right. Pittman play action, drops back, and now he's flushed. Auburn doesn't pick up the stunt, and it's going to be punting time as 4 Central D linemen on a 4-man rush end up on top of the quarterback. Loss.
Yeah, it's hard to throw the ball if you get laying on your back.
Yeah. Loss back to the 39-yard line.
Well, you got to get some quick game going.
The 36-yard line.
Some kind of quick game, quick slant. You know, we got hurt last week with a quick slant. They've hurt us today with some kind of slant. You know, something to get rid of the ball quick before they can get to us.
Spiraling kick. It's going to be, the punt will be taken at about the 31-yard line. And making one guy miss, and now he will be tackled out of bounds. There's going to be a flag on the play. We will see who. There's going to be alternating flags. 7:30, or there's going to be 2 flags on the play. 7:34 left to go here, 14-0. Auburn High School trails. And we'll see. There's the central side exploded about a face mask on the far side. I see 2 people for Auburn High School ending up on the ground after being contacted. A central player. We'll see what the call is.
Just a lot of extracurricular activity out there. Unnecessary, too. 7 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first half. Central leads 14-0 over Auburn High School.
As we'll have a long conversation. I think these are going to be 2 15-yard penalties.
Well,
I mean,
see,
there's your takedown.
He took him down. It wasn't just a block. He slung him down and then gored him afterwards.
We'll see what the call is. Looks like there's going to be a penalty on both teams. We just got to figure out how it's going to work out. There's an illegal block on Central. Face mask on Auburn. They're going to offset, so normally we'll re-kick. No. 2 live ball penalties, we will re-kick. 2 live ball penalties, we'll re-punting. So with the 2 offsetting penalties, it's going to be it's going to be replay of the down, which is 4th down and a punt. Auburn in their punt formation. Holcomb back to punt. It's a good snap. Central comes after it. High kick and a fair catch. And almost went through the hands. Nice job there by the returner.
Well, the re-kick came out in our favor that time.
And there's a flag on the play where there's some pushing and some shoving going on. I'm not sure who this one is going to be on.
Well, this turned out good for us. I hope this penalty's not on us, because that's just going to make it negate that.
Right now the ball looks like it's going to be at about the 23, 24-yard line. If it's 15 yards the other way, now you're talking about putting it around the 40-yard line. Unsportsmanlike on Central. Personal foul on Central. 15 yards from the previous spot. So it's going to be 15 from the 36, which means Central's taking over around their 21-yard line.
It'll be more than that.
Unless they called both, which I didn't think they did.
It'll be on about the 8.
Well, they called both then.
Nope. Yeah, about the 7 or 8. Yeah, 7-yard line. So Central's the worst field position they've had, I think, tonight, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Starting at the 7-yard line.
Now, the last 2 times they took it out about the.
Now our crowd's getting into it. That's good. Looks like Central's going to take a timeout.
And Central will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 7:26 left to go here. 14-0 Auburn High School trails. We'll be back. You're listening to Auburn High School the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Mind you.
Is the Auburn offense needs to find their footing.
Yeah, we gotta keep them backed up this
time. Got to win field position.
This is the worst field position they've had. If we get 3 and out, then we'll have balling about the 50 or so. That'll be a good starting position for us.
Empty set here for Nix and the Red Devils. Calls it out, drops back. Auburn brings pressure. Powell Gordon almost got to him. Incomplete, looking to find his receiver. He had him open, and it will be dropped, and it will be 2nd down and 10.
It was just one-on-one coverage right there. He just ran, he sold the deep ball, then hooked up, and ball hit him right in the bread basket. He should have caught it.
Right now, also give credit to the tackle that's having to deal with Powell Gordon. He's getting close, but he hasn't really been able to make a big impact on the game that Auburn needs Powell to make. And now here comes the screen. Yancey plays it perfectly, missed one, makes a guy miss, and then 4, 5 Auburn players come in from the other side to blow up the screen.
I'm going to tell you what I love about this. Yancey just knocked out of the receiver back into the guy catching the ball. It was a total chaos for them. That was a great play by number 7.
Yeah, the cornerback. You don't see cornerbacks doing that a whole lot. He goes through the receiver, knocks the other receiver back, and then the defense is able to flow and get the stop. 3 receivers to the left, solo receiver to the right. 6:40 and counting. Auburn High School needs a stop here on 3rd and 8. Auburn drops into coverage, trying to bring a stunt. Here comes Nix. Nix breaks contain, looks to throw it downfield, has a receiver, drops. Tough play was going to be made, or tried to be made there by number 15 for the Red Devils. McDaniel, incomplete. Nix does a great job. There's a flag back there, and if it's a hold, unfortunately, I think Nix might have got hit too. So there's a hold on Central. There might be a roughing the passer, unsportsmanlike on Auburn. And I think that's third down. If they're both live ball penalties, they offset. We replay the down, I believe.
Well, the receiver should have caught the ball. He mistimed his jump. Yeah. He had it. The defenders were watching him, and the ball was underthrown, and they ran right by him like a short throw, and just dropped the ball.
We'll see what the call is here. At times, high schools have some of the weirdest enforcement rules that I've ever seen.
I could tell you some stuff.
I think the issue here is Auburn has to take the hold so that they move it back, and then they add the 15 yards of unsportsmanlike, and it's not a first down. So it's third down and whatever's going to be left after the 15.
It's going to be third. And it will be close.
Because if Auburn decline the hold, then it's unsportsmanlike on 3rd and 8, and it's a first down. So it's third down coming. Central
about 5 or 6.
Yeah, Central gains a couple of yards on the exchange, as you would expect, a hold versus a 15-yard penalty. Third down at about 6. Also, Auburn's got to keep their tempers and emotions in control here.
Well, sure, because a lot of times the other team initiates and you respond. You're the ones going to get caught
get the flag
90% of the time.
3 receivers to the left.
3rd and 5.
1 or 2 receivers to the right. It's an empty set for Nix.
Watch him draw.
Draw or quick pass here. Nix drops back, wants to slant.
Hey.
Incomplete. Carson Yancey gets the hand in there, knocks it away. Nix was looking for number 13, Terry, on the play. A little bit behind him. Yancey got the hands in there, ripped the ball out.
Yeah, just the ball, like you said, a little bit behind. He ran like a little semi-slant. It wasn't a slant. It wasn't a curl, kind of in between those two. Just looking for the open spot where the linebacker vacated. And ball, like you said, the ball was a little bit behind him. And Yancey just went right in where his hands were and ripped it loose. Great job. Hey, Yancey's had 2 big plays right here in this drive. 2 big plays. And now, as a result, we should get the
Hopefully
ball
get good field
on about
position.
the 50, give or take.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just return it for a touchdown.
That'll work for me.
Heck?
Auburn comes after it.
Got a whistle.
I believe we got a delay. When there's a flag there, Coach, it usually only means one.
The back judge drops it. It's usually a delay again.
It's a delay or an illegal substitution.
Yeah, substitution problem.
6:24 left to go here in the second quarter. It's going to be a delay and a re-kick for the Red Devils. And if you're Auburn, I think you go return here, not necessarily go after it.
I would go after this. You're going to have good field position. You got 6 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first half. You got a little chance to redeem yourself right here, right before half. So let's be conservative.
And it's going to be a false start. Flag. So it's going to bring up 4th and about 16 now.
Well, what's happening is these things like this take a lot of the air out of. Since Central's up 14-0, you know they're riding the crest, and now they've just shot themselves in the foot.
Yep.
You know, and these are things that take the air out of the game for them, and make that momentum shift to this side. Now we got to capitalize on these opportunities.
Snap. Gentry gets it away for the Red Devils. Daly fair catches it, and he'll have it. Auburn will have it with their best starting field position of the night at the 40-yard line. And there's a flag.
God, no. These guys like he's throwing his laundry.
See where this is.
It might, I don't know.
It's right in the middle of the field.
Could be defensive holding.
Personal foul, face mask on Central.
Huh.
Can we put it from the end of the spot?
I think that's shoot. I don't know. Crap. I can't remember. I'm retired. Remember,
Coach. I've been keeping up. I've been watching football or high school football for the last 8 years or so, and I still don't know all these rules. Central is approaching about 100 yards in penalties already.
Well, like I said, this is the kind of stuff that takes the air out of your football team. To have stupid stuff like this happen to you.
Well, this is a drive that can put it right back in because Auburn takes over at the 25-yard line as Auburn gets close to the Byron Smokehouse red zone. Byron Smokehouse at Auburn tradition for 30 years. And if Central gets a stop with no points, now that momentum goes back over there in red. 2-by-2 set here. Here comes motion, and it's a little inside draw, inside give. Auburn gets positive yardage. Davion bakes it outside, looking to get a block from a receiver. Should have first down yardage across the 15-yard line. 6:08 and counting. Auburn High School moves into the red zone for the first time. That red zone brought to you by Byron Smokehouse Breakfast. Byron Smokehouse, a Auburn tradition for over 30 years.
Inside zone is one of them times where he never planted his foot and went north, just kept going a little bit northeast, and you don't realize that you're gaining a lot of yardage when you do that.
He didn't go out until he went out, till he got up inside that end.
Yeah.
So a nice job by the tackle, kick out that end, get vertical, and then get outside.
We got
new set that we see here from Auburn, and it's all for an inside zone. Davion makes one guy miss, makes the second guy miss. He's into the pile of Red Devils, and he's going to get yardage to about the 10, gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, great cut by him, too, because, at first he kind of danced and acted like he wanted to bounce outside. It wasn't there, and then he shot it. He almost got caught while he was dancing, though.
That's one thing about running that inside zone. Normally there is an unblocked guy on the backside. 5:19, 5:18 and counting left to go here in the second quarter. Tigers threatening, down 14-0.
Well, here's the thing. When you're running the ball, these are big guys that Central's got.
Yes, sir.
At this, they've been on the field a good bit, and they're getting tired. Right before half, maybe this is showing up. You see them. You're not down in the stance. They're standing up, looking around. Then they go down late.
There goes Davion Williams. Looks into the end zone. Picked. Trying to find the post right over the middle of the field, and the middle linebacker in cover 2, it looked like, able to jump up and snag the ball, and Etheridge was open behind him.
Just the inside slant with a bubble, the motion guy, linebacker didn't bite. He didn't go anywhere. He just stayed right there. We threw it right to him.
Yep.
I suspect Central probably be conservative here, but they may not. They may throw it deep. I don't know.
So Central will take over at the 6. You mentioned that momentum. Momentum now back over there in white after that pick. 4:51 left to go here.
We got single coverage up top.
Looked like they jumped early, trying to throw the go ball. And incomplete. There is going to be a flag on the play.
I think that's going to be offense because he definitely put his hand out to get some separation. So that may be offensive interference.
I also want to know how come their left tackle and left guard. Yeah, their whole right side, including the up back, got a half-second start.
You said left. You said left, but you meant on our left side.
Yeah, on our left, the left side of the defense. Holding on Auburn.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I can't believe that. Well, here's the thing. The receiver keeps stiff-arming him on his way to get separation. They got to see that, too.
I don't know how you miss 300 and 300 and 240 pounds moving early. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils from the 16-yard line of their own 16-yard line. Same set, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top with an up back. Nix in the gun, calls it out. Wants an inside handoff. Auburn does a good job closing it up quick. No gain on the play. 2nd down and about 10 coming up.
Yeah, just right up the gut that time. We're still getting ourselves in a situation, and Coach knows his kids. If that's his best corner, you leaving him on an island by himself, one-on-one.
Well, Auburn does that on the solo side. The thing is what Central has decided to do. They're not going to throw at 7. They're not throwing at Yancey. Right now they're going to throw to Pogue on the other side.
Well, he's doing a good job. Just that, a couple of handshakes.
He's been stride for stride both times he's got called for a penalty. 8 seconds left to go on the play clock, down to 5. And 4, 3, Nix calls for it. Low snap. Now he'll picks it up, throws it away to his receiver, and he makes the catch.
Just a prayer. It was a prayer. Got a flag for
flag
something.
in holding, right in the area of holding.
And here what you got. You got that one-on-one side over there where we're in bump and run coverage, and,
illegal for or false start.
The ball was thrown. Nix just caught it and flipped it. It came up short. The defender was running step for step, and the receiver. That's the toughest thing to guard as a defensive back is when they short throw it like that and you're running step for step.
3:55 and counting left to go here. Tigers down 14-0 here in the second quarter. Central scored right off the bat twice. It went score, pick, score for the Red Devils.
Yeah, that pick gave them a short field on that second score.
High snap, inside zone for the Red Devils. Is going to have yardage on 2nd and 14, gain of about 5, going to make it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, just inside zone. I mean, nothing fancy.
In there, Clark Cleveland, the linebacker, and then a host of Auburn players gets in there. Jemias Pitts checks out on 3rd down.
Big 3rd down here. If we can stop them and make them punt, we're gonna get some field position, and we'll have another chance to get down. Get a chance to score.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top. Nix has it. He's going to drop back, looking down the middle of the field. Has his receiver and drops incomplete. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, he had the receiver, but number 3 was right there on him, and and the ball was a little bit behind, but we had it covered. He would not have got a 1st down even if he'd caught it.
No, Trey Nelms right there. The other thing that when Nix has missed, it's been high and wide, high and behind.
High and behind, yeah.
So Auburn looking like they're going to get a punt. Although last time Central was in punt formation, it turned into a little bit of a whirlwind. And it's going to be a false start.
Auburn is driving them crazy by the little
flinching.
The flinch step. And
so as we get this penalty on the Red Devils, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Is that what they want more of?
No, they just want more breaks. We haven't really gotten any. Welcome back to Duck Samford Stadium. Scott Bagwell here, joined by Robert Maddox. Central booms it away. It's not a good one. Get away from the ball. It's going to hit, going to run back. It's going to be Auburn ball at about the 32, 33-yard line. The Auburn defense after the 2 touchdown drives, and really just a short field and a big play. Auburn defense is answering the bell.
Well, this might not be a bad thing. The pick is awful. You don't ever want that. But with the time like it is in the short field, 2 minutes and 43 seconds, that's plenty of time to have some runs, have a few passes, and to get the ball in the end zone.
Yep.
And then we could score with less time on the clock to give Central a shot with different field position.
Auburn also gets the ball to start the second half. Massey moves to the left. Pittman brings Daly in motion. And it's an inside handoff to Massey. Massey looks to put his foot in the ground. Auburn cannot get the pressure the penetration, the push rather, that they normally have gotten the last couple of weeks. Gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, you ain't gonna push 93 around a whole lot.
No.
That's a big young'un. Those 2 interior defensive linemen may be the best we've seen this year. There was one other guy. Well, he didn't get to play because he transferred. I forgot.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top for the Tigers. Massey moves to the right of Pittman. Dropping back and wanted a screen, and it's going to be complete, and that's going to be a flag on an Auburn player, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and forever. Trying to find Daly, and Auburn found him. And then right at the end of it, the right tackle got a 2-for-1.
Well, we were just dragging a guy low, but that was not his intended receiver, that low drag. But he had to get rid of it because he had so much pressure in his face.
And then you got a personal foul on the Tigers. And now great field position turns into 3rd down and about 26-27.
Like I said, there's not many plays in your playbook that'll count for this.
No, especially since the AHSAA got rid of the defensive pass interference being a automatic 1st down. 3rd and 27. Clyde Pittman has it, drops back. Auburn wants a screen underneath to Daly. Daly tries to make a guy miss. And that situation right there has been when Auburn has made a guy miss and has gotten more yards. Auburn gets positive yards. Gain of about 10 on the play. Sets up 4th down and about 17.
4th down, 7. The ball is spotted at the
1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the half. Clock is running.
What does Auburn do here? Minute left, as you mentioned, Coach. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top.
They may quick kick again.
It's quick kick again here, yeah. 4 seconds. Pittman has it, gets it away. It'll hit at about the 20, and will make a bounce back. Auburn's got to touch it. Auburn loses 4 yards because they wouldn't touch the ball down, and it's going to be first down Central at the 21.
Yeah, that strange shape on that thing makes it bounce funny. We didn't know where it was going.
So,
all right, 46 and a half seconds.
Central has timeouts. They have 2, and they got receivers who can make big plays in a hurry.
Well, one thing you don't want to do if you're Central, you don't want to do something and kind of have a turnover right here. You know.
So maybe Powell Gordon can get into the backfield.
Yeah, he's at middle linebacker right now.
Inside handoff up the middle for about, and there's a flag on the play. It was going to be a gain of 4 to the 25-yard line.
That late, it might be a face
mask on Auburn. They didn't. Looks like it's going to be a 5-yard, which means it would be first down and 1.
All right, that took about 5 seconds. It's 40, almost 41 seconds. 40 seconds to go in the half.
So Auburn moves Pogue into the middle. Now they move him outside. No, they want him off the field. Here comes Auburn. Rush off the outside. And no, there was a flag on the play. I believe Auburn was offsides.
No, they flinched at receiver. Let's see.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. False start of the receiver right in front of the Auburn bench. It's going to bring up down. I don't think it should be second down. It should be first down, shouldn't it?
Yeah, he switched it. It should be first down.
Because you had the run up the middle, which was and then a face mask. So it should be first. They're leaving it at second. 27 seconds and counting left to go here.
Yeah, are we in Penn State?
I
think they're going to be content to get it out.
Inside handoff. Going to have the first down with about 14 seconds left on second down and 6. The Red Devils are going to get 7.
We're in that 3-3 stack, and the problem with that is our middle linebacker is kind of overrunning that a little bit. They may just take a shot here.
With 9 seconds, Central's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back. Auburn down 14-0. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
At Southstate, the focus is on the customer first. As your trusted financial partner, they're committed to providing more locations.
Now Auburn trying to get to halftime just down those 2 scores.
Well, it looks like Central may just take one shot here. It's 9.8 seconds to go in the half. They may just take a shot downfield, see what happens.
Well, heck, if you got 2 and 13, those 2 cats have been pretty good here tonight. Dropping back. Powell Gordon coming off the backside. Nix throws it up and picked by Kel Dooley, and he's going to be tackled, and that's how the first half is going to come to an end. Auburn High gets the interception, gets to halftime, and now it's time to regroup and back to the drawing board a little bit. Auburn High School down 14-0. We come back, we'll have the halftime show. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Football's here. Get out the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Phenix City Schools, Superintendent Mr. Randy Wilkes, Principal Mr. Tommy Vickers, and Director of Bands Mr. Larry Wells, we proudly present the Central High School Red Devil Regiment Marching Band under the field direction of Drum Major LaCheryl Smith. Assistant band directors are Adam Hall, Logan Stevens, Drew Bradley, John Rogers, and Erica Carrara-Udvig. Majorette flag line sponsor is Daphne Walker. Red Devil Rockettes and auxiliary coordinator is Sarah Weber. Band booster president is Rachel Dubois. The Red Devil Regiment presents their 2021 halftime show entitled Dancing on the Ceiling, the very best of Lionel Richie. Tonight, we feature the songs All Night Long, Hello, and conclude with Brick House featuring our percussion section. Tonight we also feature the solo talents of Azaria Abram, mellophone, Melissa Jones, trumpet, Aiden Elder, trumpet, David Evans, trombone, Chance Cummings, alto sax, Aurora Hadaway, piccolo, Copeland Miller, bari sax, and Dylan Stutzman, tenor sax, as well as the dancing talents of the Red Devil Rockettes. Drum Major LaCheryl Smith, is your band ready? You may take the field.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Dr. Kristen Herring, Superintendent of Auburn City Schools, Dr. Shannon Pignato, Principal of Auburn High School, and Director of Bands, Miss Deanna Marshall, we present the Auburn High School Marching Band. Tonight, we invite you into the shadows as we accept our mission, decipher the secret code, and do the impossible. The Auburn High School Marching Band is proud to present our 2021 production, Code Name. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Cole Brady, Sidney Hamilton, Hannah Herring, and Joshua Thomas. Drum majors, is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Auburn High School Marching Band.
I'll be landing about 8:30 in New Orleans. Well, I'll sit there. So
Ladies and gentlemen, the Auburn High School Marching Band. Band staff includes Joshua Wine, Chris Schiller, and Kim Chenier. Percussion instructors are Landon Holliday, Greg Stringer, Corey Nduna, and Hatcher Herring. Auxiliary instructors are Emma Vaders, Aaron Greer, and Michelle Bloom. The Auburn High School Marching Band is in action for the first time tomorrow at the Lake Martin Invitational Marching Competition in Alexander City. We wish the band best of luck tomorrow as they compete.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
So I wanted to talk with you and your mom today, Lily, because of some of the changes your friends and teachers have seen in you lately. And along with the incident the other day, you were with Derek when he was caught selling marijuana.
Yeah, he was selling it.
Honey, we know. But we care about you and want to know what's going on.
That's right. We'd like to understand it better and see how we might help. And if weed is a part of it, we want to make sure you know about the negative consequences for someone your age. So, can we talk?
Talk. They hear you.
Hey, loser. Leave me alone.
When a child shares hurtful comments online, that's bullying. Visit erasebullying.ca to learn how to help your child stand up to cyberbullying.
The Alabama Department of Public Health continues to offer the COVID-19 vaccine to anyone who is eligible. The Alabama Department of Public Health is currently offering the COVID-19 vaccine to anyone 12 years of age and older. Once you are fully vaccinated, you can resume pre-pandemic activities. The CDC recommends everyone 12 and older get a vaccination as soon as possible to protect against COVID-19. Help protect your whole family by getting yourself and your children 12 years and older vaccinated. To schedule your appointment or for more information, visit alcovidvaccine.gov. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Public
42. Charles Paul to kick for Central to start the second half. Number 7.
Let's see what it is. Auburn High will send 3 guys deep. And there goes the kick to the near side, and it will be taken by Daly at about the 8. Coming up to the near side, makes one guy miss. Now tries to put his foot in the ground. He's going to get across to the 25, and he's going to have good yardage, good return out to about the 28-yard line. That's where Auburn High School will take over.
Yeah, he was trying to stick his foot in the ground and just couldn't quite get it.
Looked
too much speed.
Looked like one of the old cartoons trying to get going on a floor.
And hit a curve and just skipping on one foot trying to make it stop.
See what Auburn High decides to go with here. 2 receivers on each side. Williams, your running back. Pittman, your quarterback. Inside handoff, Pittman keeps and tries to run over a defensive back. Going to be a gain of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Well, that time we had a heavy set. We had 5 linemen on one side of the ball, on our side, and we faked running to it. You can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think they put another one in.
His zone. It was just a zone read.
And he kept it, and to the nub side, there was nothing out there, and the corner didn't bite. Similar set. Well, no, it's not. I'm sorry.
Bunch set with 3 receivers to the near side. Massey, the running back, bumps to the left. Looking for the bubble to VJ. VJ gets it, trying to get upfield, gets a block, makes a guy miss, running hard, gets first down yardage, lost the ball. Ball still loose, and Auburn High is going to keep possession. They jumped on it anyways, and they're going to move it to about the 40 on 2nd down and 9. Auburn has close to their first down yardage. I didn't even see where the ball came out.
I saw it come out. It comes from just fighting his guts out, second effort, trying to make something happen. But, we were very fortunate that they didn't get the ball because the ball stayed on that pad a while.
First down, Auburn High, gain of 9 on the play.
But a good burst of speed right there to get in that little alleyway between where the blockers were on that little bubble screen.
Auburn High took them a couple of series to get their first first down in the first half. They're able to get it here on their second play here in the second half. 2 receivers to each side. A crowded box, single high safety for the Red Devils. Massey moves to the left side. Here comes motion and a little inside handoff. Massey runs hard, but he's not going to get a whole lot. That defensive end comes crashing down. Gain of 1.
Never had a chance. I mean, he was coming at it. I don't know if we were reading that one or not. Didn't look like he was reading it. Because that would have been a pull read.
Yeah.
But we didn't have any RPO action down here, so it would have been a pull and keep if it had been the quarterback keeping the ball. Bunch, but an odd bunch, a stacked bunch.
A stacked 3 receiver set to the near side. Massey again works to the left. Pump the bubble. Looks down the field. Waited too long. Incomplete.
Got to be patient and know that you're going to get a 14 to 15-yard route on that. That's going to be if he'd have drilled that right into the sideline on that little, because it was like a wheel route. It was open early. The safety came off the one guy when the ball was thrown, and he had too much air on it. But if he'd have thrown a seed right on that sideline and pinned our guy on the sideline, we're going to get a 15-yard gain right there.
Yeah, it's the pump, get the feet set, and
get
rid of it there.
Get rid of it. It's almost a simultaneous action. It's as fast as you can get rid of it on that.
3rd and 9, 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Massey works to the left side now. Pittman claps his hand. Screen underneath. Auburn High, 1 block away.
See, I'm seeing something different than you're seeing. We're going trips to the field, split into the boundary. Nobody's got the back coming out of the backfield to the split inside. There's nobody there. And, that's something that we got to see up top and pass that down to the bottom.
Gain of about 9 on the play. 2 receivers, now 1 receiver. Auburn showing the go-for-it look here on 3rd down and 3. Bakari Daly moved on no play. That'll drive you crazy.
That's a cardinal sin. Receivers, you don't pay no attention to anything but that ball.
Yeah.
You watch the ball. The ball tells you when the ball snapped. Not any snap count, not any noise, nothing. You watch the ball. That's just unforgivable for a receiver.
So Auburn now will have to punt. I think Auburn was just going to go quick kick.
And probably would have got better field position. We'll see.
Need to get rid of that one.
Nice punt.
You're right, nice punt. The timing there on the kick is starting to get kind of close there. And, woof, that's a favorable spot.
That should have been on the 16, not the 18.
Yeah. And I know you're talking about, hey, that's only 2 yards. 2 yards makes yards makes a difference.
You're going to fight for every yard,
every single
inch
one
that you can get on the football, especially a game like this. All right, came up short. Let's see what happens. Come on, defense.
At the 18, and here comes the Red Devils. 3 receivers to the top, and now they're kind of motion. They look like they might not know what they want to do here. 12 seconds left to go on the play clock.
Short.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No,
it's an up back. Yeah.
He was.
They got a sniffer.
Yeah.
Inside handoff right up the middle, got big yardage. Makes one guy miss out of the open. He's at the 40, 45, 50. 45 looks to cut back, tries to run over DB and does. Finally tackled down at about the 35-yard line. Big gain on that one. Gain of.
Oh, that was just right up the middle.
47 on the play.
Right up the middle. It was pretty for them, ugly for us. Right up the middle. They just gutted us.
Yeah. Looked like might have been a little bit, for the first time, I think they kind of went insert away, not insert dead ahead by that sniffer, and it was wide open. Auburn showing outside pressure, handoff inside, and nice job to get off of it, but then a good job by the back to spin off of the tackle, gain of 6, 2nd and 4 coming.
Yeah, they had that plug back, or the sniffer as you call him, and he came across and kicked out the end. We had the linebacker, and he made the contact, but then the running back just spun off, and we didn't clean it up good enough, and there wasn't enough pursuit to help clean it up.
2-by-1 look, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top of the formation. Nix throws it outside to English. The tackle's going to be made.
Tackle.
I don't know what happened there. Everybody froze.
Well, and that may be by design to get
Might
the
have
defense
been, you're right.
to let down your defenses. I mean, the people that do that, colleges do that sometimes just to get you let down your defenses. And you're a secondary guy, you let up because you see it.
And then you're in trouble. 3rd down and 1 now here coming for the Red Devils.
I suspect that plug back's going to take us to the ball.
Nix inside handoff. Auburn got to him, but then spins around. Braden Joyner got to him. The sign from the near official immediately was 4th down.
We got 1 down.
I believe that's Coleman Granmary. So they're going to call no gain and 4th down and 1 coming. Outside backer, the junior, a little bit shaken up. We'll take this break with him. We'll be back. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Football's here.
In order not to have any mishandles or anything like that, let the quarterback run the ball, do some eye candy stuff like you said, motion the back and something like that. We'll see.
Back line's even with the quarterback, something we haven't seen. There goes motion, and it's just quarterback up the middle, 1st down and then some.
Yep.
And got 1st down yardage across the 20 to about the 18 as Central moves into the Byron Smokehouse Breakfast Red Zone. Byron Smokehouse, an Auburn tradition for over 30 years, a gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
It's 4th and 1. I'm a linebacker because it don't matter. I just think linebackers got to stay in the middle.
Yeah.
They can't let that motion and that eye candy mess with them. They got to stay in the middle, especially 4th and 1.
Empty set here for the Red Devils, and I think they got an early start.
Yeah, that was that option for the quarterback. He could have run it because they wrapped around.
They
They ran the quarterback, ISO. Basically, it's an ISO play by the quarterback. The guard wraps around and becomes a lead blocker for the quarterback.
G-fold with a bubble on the backside.
And then they had a bubble. He has the option to run it, to throw it. He chose to throw it, but they had a penalty.
I think the receiver got – I thought the guard and the receiver got going as 14 penalties for Central. 6:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Central looking to push this to a 3-touchdown lead. 14-0 Central leads. Bunch set to the left, which is the top of the formation. And a little bubble. Auburn High read it, but missed a tackle, missed a second tackle, third, fourth tackle. And the fifth and sixth guy there make the play. Should have been a gain of 1 or 2. Ends up being a gain of about 7 or 8.
What you're supposed to do is you're a corner. When you attack that thing, that little bubble, you always attack the outside shoulder. You know I got help inside.
Yeah.
I don't have any help outside. I'm it. If it gets outside of me, it's going to be a safety. If it goes inside of me, then if I miss it, I got to miss it inside. We missed it on the outside. He got outside of us and got a big play out of it.
Picked up 9 on the play, 2nd and 6 now. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the top of the formation. Nix in the gun, empty set, drops back, quarterback draw. They fake it and find the receiver. Same play for the touchdown. They hit it once again in the end zone for the touchdown.
All they're doing, they just fake the quarterback draw, pulls the linebacker in, you run a slant route. But, when you're in man coverage, you have to take away the inside cut. And, somehow we lost it. We lost it.
That's once again English on the catch, 14 yards out, same play from 62 and now from 14.
And he made a good hands catch, too. It wasn't in a body. He just reached up, snatched it out of there, and picked it off.
There's a reason he's got some offers to go places. Extra point coming for the Red Devils. Kick is on the way, kick is up, and that kick is good. 5:57 left to go here. 21-0 Central leads. It is score time for Auburn. Auburn's got to do it. We'll be back. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. Daily every single time. It's going to be to the center of the field. And Yancey. Yancey comes up the middle and makes a guy miss, and now he's on the outside at the 25. Going to be knocked out of bounds and will be marked at about the 32-yard line. Nice job there by Yancey to spin out of a tackle and give Auburn pretty good field position.
And a good job by one of the coaches to keep Central's player from careening into the wall.
Yeah.
Good. I bet he played football. He made a good tackle, but he didn't go down the ground. That was a good job by the coach.
Let's see what Auburn High decides to do here. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top, which is the wide side. Tight end attached to the near side.
We're basically an unbalanced set. I know it because the receiver's off, so it's an odd set. We've got to tackle at tight end.
Little jet sweep.
Get outside.
And Auburn gets outside for the first time to the 40-yard line. Big, nice gain on the play. Big hit on the play there by the linebacker Tharp, who was flowing. Gain of 8.
That's a good job too, because we got big bodies on smaller bodies,
yeah.
And with the 2 big guys, the jet sweep is a non-factor unless they penetrate. Just cut them off. Don't let them penetrate. And we got movement that time. It negated the linebacker's scrape, and we got 8 yards out of it.
Looks like there's a little bit of an issue. 5:43 left to go as the officials run to the near side, which is the extra official. It's play clock issue. I know that because they just went out.
Back up, 25.
Should be on 25 since the clock got stopped.
Well, I like what I've seen so far. You know, we've started utilizing some sets that put Central at a disadvantage. There's some things that if we need to the one receiver side, we go in trips to the field or something like that. They've been leaving this boundary side vacated, no flat defender. Receiver runs off, there's nobody to take the back out.
Yeah.
Or a crossing route, there's nobody to take unless they're in man coverage. There's nobody to take the back out.
2 receivers to the top, 1 receiver to the near side. Tight end is at the top side, the wide side as well. Williams, your running back. And now Etheridge steps off. Look like a 5-man front for the Red Devils. Here comes motion for Daly. And Pittman tries to keep it, and no gain on the play. Might have lost a yard. 3rd down coming up.
Potential for an RPO, but they had it covered pretty good.
I thought they had a guy in the flat that was going to make that a pretty tough pass.
They had it covered pretty good. We gave them a lot of eye candy there, but they played sound football that time.
So 3rd down and about 3. 5:10 or 5:14 and counting left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Auburn High School down 21-0. This might be go for it territory right here.
This is that unbalanced set again. We made penetration.
And penetration. Auburn High was trying to read one, but unfortunately 2 guys were free, and loss of about 2 on the play is going to bring up a 4th down and about 5.
Yeah, big 92 had penetration right there and ran it down before we could even get off the mesh. We're not going to be trying to fake. I mean, you're not going to be quick kicking this one. We're going to be punting it straight up.
Holcomb gets it away. High kick. Fair catch called for and made at about the 23, 24-yard line. Call me a liar. They put it at the 25.
All right, ball's on the Central's left hash, going toward the field house. 4:18 to go in the game. Auburn's behind, 21-0.
Defense got to find a way to spark something right here.
Well, we got to make something happen. I mean, I think Central may keep it close to the vest because their defense has been playing good.
Yeah.
So keep it close to the vest. Don't do anything that's going to put you in a situation like they had earlier. And make Auburn work for everything.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top for the Red Devils. Nix keeps for the first time, and nice flow there. Powell Gordon makes the play. Gain of about 2.
2 or 3 on that one. Yeah, it was just
It's the first time we saw him kind of
like a zone
carry it out on the zone read.
Yeah, but it looked like to me it was just he made up his mind he was going to keep it no matter what because he wanted an RPO, but it wasn't even close to being there. And see, I like where our corners are lining up right here. About 6 yards off. They can recover on anything quick and still not have to feel like they got to press.
3-3 stack. Auburn kind of runs a little bit of a stunt and gets caught in it. Gain of 13 on the play, 1st down Red Devils.
Yeah, well, I tell you, when you stunt, somebody's going to be happy most of the time. Either you're going to be happy for stunting or the other thing's going to be happy.
Or the offense is going to be happy. Bubble look. And Auburn's got to make a tackle and just poke a little bit high, and he goes for a ride on the bubble play. Is going to be gain of about 9 on the play, 2nd down and short.
Well, it's not that he wasn't there when the ball was thrown.
Yeah.
It's just he just got outmanned a little bit on that one.
Flag on the play. Sitting right there next to the ball. Unsportsmanlike on Auburn.
Somebody must have said a dirty
Somebody
word.
said something.
Yep.
1st down. Central came in to this game, and they scored quick. They took the life out of the stadium. They had a nice drive on their first possession in the second half as well, and now they're on a nice drive in their second possession, looking to make this a 28-point lead. 21-0 Central leads.
Yeah, about the only noise you're hearing from Auburn side right now is the band.
Yeah.
There's a few folks down there ringing a cowbell. All right, a bunt set.
Quarterback draw, and going to be a gain of about 6 on the play. Tell you what, I got into a long argument with an official in an 8th grade football game because of a hold that was called on a free runner who all of a sudden his shoulder turned back. I said, if you can see that one, you got Hawkeyes. We needed Hawkeyes there because that's exactly what happened on that play. Had a free runner, somebody stuck out and grabbed him. Nick's on the same play, and now it's a pass over the middle. At least it's not a touchdown this time. It's going to be first down yardage to about the 18-yard line, gain of 12.
It's really the only pass play that they've had success with. They've completed other balls, but that's the only play where they fake that and throw the slant to number 2.
And I don't know if it's a true read or is it just, running it.
I think it's just I'm going out athlete. Yeah. I mean, I'm just number 2. I'm just going to make
if you can
cut.
do it, that's a great play.
If you can close on it fast enough, more power to you.
Put it on the call sheet. Be better athlete. 2-by-1 look here with an up back who pulls across. Auburn gets penetration on that one. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Yeah, the plug back came across, kicked out defensive end, but nobody blocked the tackle. And they tried to, but he just stymied the play, so held him from half-yard play.
1:56 in county left to go. Once again, Central in the red zone, which is brought to you by Byron Smokehouse. Byron Smokehouse at Auburn tradition for 30 years. Nix fumbles, throws it over the middle of the field. Incomplete, had somebody wide open.
Yeah,
third down.
Wasn't for a touchdown. He was just a bleeder. Just the guy that kind of bled out of the pack after the mishandled snap. And we were very fortunate because he was wide open. He would have caught it, and closest guy was about 4 yards from him.
Yeah.
And he would have caught it at about the 4 and tiptoed through the tulips into the score.
1:41 left to go here. Tigers need to stop, and they need a turnover, too.
So it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Find number 2. That might be the key. He's got 2 touchdowns on the night already. Power read, throw it back to the receiver, which is the running back. Holy cow, what a play. They're going to call the hold, though.
How do you describe that? Powell came flying in. He grabbed Nix, slung him around. Nix threw it to the back who was flaring.
Who was the fake?
Yeah, and just dropped it to a perfect strike to him. The guy caught it and scored, and they had a hold at a receiver who was unnecessary.
It was called. Yeah, but that's a called play, Coach. That's one of the more intuitive.
But the fact that we had him in grasp and was
and then
slinging him around, and he's out of control. His body's out of control, and he flicks it over to him. Pretty good play.
Yep.
All right, ball's on about the 19-yard line. It's 3rd and
3rd down and about 12. Play clock is off on the side, off on the field, which means it's being kept in the back of the end zone. 1:34 clock stop. Nix in the gun, calls for it, drops back, wants the bubble to this side, makes one guy miss. His English makes a second guy miss, has his first down. Bubble routes goes for 14 on 3rd and 11.
Well, the ball's got good velocity on it, so it's a catch. It's a throw catch real quick. It's quick enough that the receivers don't have to hold the blocks forever, and they're doing a good job with their blocking.
Yeah.
And got it down to about the 4 or 5.
Nix throws the go ball on the outside. Pogue steps up, able to get a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. 2nd and goal from the 5.
That's one thing when you're down here. You don't have to worry about getting beat deep, so you can stay on top of the receiver. Just don't let him inside of you.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Don't let him inside. Keep him with your body check, illegal screen him basically, to the outside. Don't let him inside. but don't get so close to him that you get in a situation where the ball can be underthrown and you run out of the back of the end zone. He's standing short of the end line and catches the ball for a touchdown.
Central wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:11 left to go here. Central looking to almost put this thing away. Up by 21, looking for another one. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Auburn High School football on the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Well, they had their backs to the wall, on this drive, and just let's face it, Central has made some very good plays.
They have
in this drive, and that's all you can say about it. And we have not made some good plays. Typically, our defense has been making plays. We're not getting to the quarterback, and even when he runs the ball by design straight up the gut, he's getting 7 and 8 yards.
We have not won the line of scrimmage, and that was going to be a key for Auburn to win tonight, was to win the line of scrimmage.
I would be a bit surprised to see a quarterback draw right here, because they've gutted us with it a few times.
Here comes motion, play action, looking for the slip out. Auburn does a good job of stopping it, and picked right at the goal line. Malik Mason, a mistake by Nix. They wanted the little jet sweep, wanted to roll out and look for the running back in the flat. Auburn swallowed him up, just trying to get rid of it. The big senior, 6'7", makes a diving catch right at the goal line. Tigers take over.
Yeah, but it's at the one. But I'll take it.
It ain't points.
It ain't points. But, the thing is, though, Nix never saw him, and we had pressure. He tried to run a bootleg. He faked to the offensive left and booted to the right, and he never saw the guy picking the ball.
Yeah. So now, if you're Auburn, what do you take a shot right here, right? See if you can a one-on-one ball.
I want to get
somewhere.
a little bit of room, just a little bit.
You got press to the near side. Pittman has it, handoff to Williams. Makes one guy miss, makes the second guy miss, and then gets high load and gets hit hard at about the 4-yard line. It's going to be, that's 3.5 yards there. Second down coming up.
It gave you a chance. It just gets that. It just gets it all. I was really concerned with him because he ran, basically running right down the goal line on that zone, and then went north for about 2 or 3 yards. But this is a scary area. You want to be careful down here.
33 seconds and counting. Auburn goes back with their base look, which is 3 receivers and a tight end after their 2 tight end set.
Well, a guy that hadn't caught a ball all night is the tight end.
Inside handoff once again, and it's not good when your running back goes full steam ahead and then he has to come to a stop before he can make his cut. And
we're not getting any movement of those 2 interior linemen.
Third down coming, third down at about 5. We're going to the 4th. We'll take this break. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
So I wanted to talk with you and your mom today, Lily, because of some of the changes your friends and teachers have seen in you lately. And along with the incident the other day, you were with Derek when he was caught selling marijuana.
Yeah, he was selling it.
Honey, we know. But we care about you and want to know what's going on.
That's right. We'd like to understand it better and see how we might help. And if weed is a part of it, we want to make sure you know about the negative consequences for someone your age. So, can we talk?
Talk. They hear you. We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you.
As it's a big 3rd and 5 here, we got some scores coming to you as soon as we got a break. We got a station ID coming as well once we have this opportunity. Auburn in an overset.
Yep,
so which means they got Harris and Bobo right next to each other.
And the Central's right up in our face. Well, now they're backing off a little bit, which I didn't understand them being in our face.
Auburn goes jet sweep. Gets a block, and Auburn has first down yardage. We'll take this time. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
44, Marquavius Baker on the carry, on the tackle. Play picked up 8 yards and an Auburn High first down.
Williams moves. Now here comes motion as well. A little inside handoff. No. And the issue there is Auburn's trying to read somebody, and they tried to read the end. They tried to read the nose. They've tried to read the 3. The problem is wherever the read guy is, there's been a second guy there. So there's been nobody to take advantage of. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Well, you know, the old rule is you read the best player on the ground, on the floor, on the field. You read him. Let him eliminate himself and then go from there. But they've got more than one.
They've got a bunch of them. Pittman drops back. And now finds his receiver underneath, and that's Etheridge. And he's going to get hit, and there's a flag.
You know, they act like they didn't do anything, but he did. I mean, you know, Etheridge was out of bounds. One guy had his leg, was holding him up, and then that other guy came in and just kind of shoved him. He didn't hit him, but he shoved him when he was out of bounds.
It's one of those things. It's like the Bo Nix play against Penn State. Was it a vicious hit? No, but why are you hitting him?
Why are you doing anything when he's out of bounds?
He's out of bounds.
One leg's out. He only had one leg on the floor on the ground.
And I know what Central fans are saying is there's a lot of penalties on Central.
Yeah.
I don't think that they were. A lot of them have been very, very close. I don't know about the hold on the far side. It was.
Hey, we were playing Central here one night years ago, and one of our guys, the Central player, cheap shot him, and our guy turned the tail on him, and then they didn't call anything, and their coach went ballistic on me, and I said, watch the film. Watch the film, and then call me back. And he never called me. And it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Sweep. Nope. Pittman keeps, runs it upfield, has first down yardage. Has good yardage on first down, rather, to about the 45. Gain of about 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 coming. Now you're starting to see a little bit of movement now.
Well, what they did, we got success running the sweep, so they opened up a little bit. It just opened up the middle. We folded a lineman back up inside on the linebacker, and ended up being like a quarterback ISO off a speed sweep fake.
Back moves to the right. Here comes motion once again. Handoff. It's a pass. Daly looking for it. Nothing there. Now throws it back to Pittman. Incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. Nice job there by Bakari Daly to not force it.
Yeah, and the thing is, most receivers, when they have that opportunity,
they're throwing it.
They do force it.
Yeah.
That's smart. He saw it was covered. It was actually open real early, but he hadn't had time to get his hand set.
Yep.
And then he's in the quarterback, kind of bubbled out to the top of the field, and he was open, but just didn't have the arm strength to get it there.
The other thing is, it might have been a good thing it was underthrown because Pittman might have got it.
Well, he'd have got hit, but he might have got 2 yards. He might have
got
the
first
down. Yeah.
Yep.
Big play here. Big play.
10:05 left to go here. Auburn High School down 21-0, facing a 3rd down and 2.
They're in that unbalanced set.
Pitch once again to Daly. Daly puts his foot in the ground, runs hard.
Get it.
And he's going to get – he was at the 45. They're going to mark him at about the 44 and a half.
It's a little bit
He's about
short.
a half yard short. You got to find a way to get this one.
You got to go for it. You don't have a choice. I mean, they're going to look at it, give a little pretense to it, but
it's short.
It's a little bit short. I don't know why they're wasting time unless they're just going to look.
You're right. There has been some time that ran off this clock. That's 9:32 left to go.
I mean, just based on the way the chains are, this is going to be short.
This is short by
10 inches.
Yeah, I mean, less than half a yard, but it's definitely short.
Good little selection of plays right here. We've still got time. We need to be patient with this first touchdown and get it. Then you can start maybe trying some other things. But we've got to establish some things in the run game, which is what we're doing. Like I said, about 8 or 10 inches short.
So 4th down coming. We'll see if Auburn, they've gone under center to sneak it before. The problem is every time they try to do it, they've messed it up.
I just don't like that when you're a shotgun all night long and then one play you get up under the center. Yes, they got to learn how to take a snap. But
doesn't mean it has to be in the middle of a game.
You just hate to
Yeah.
You hate to take one. You hate to have something like that happen in this situation when you hadn't been doing it all night. Only problem is you hate the fact that the ball's 4 yards deep before you ever get the play started, because it has to be snapped back to a guy 4 or 5 yards deep.
Yeah, but then you're also putting the ball in the running back as opposed to the quarterback's hand, who might be able to see something. Hopefully. 2-by-2 look. Auburn in the gun. Half a yard short on 4th down.
Maybe we can make them jump off sides.
Auburn
we
moved.
jumped. Crap. Left tackle moved.
You want to know what's worse? Even if it didn't, Auburn didn't get it. Is Auburn punting? You go for it. I don't know. 9:22. I think you still got to go.
I think you got to go for it. I mean, you hate to give them, but this is. You're gonna get 2
I don't
more.
know if you're getting 3 more possessions
I don't either.
after
You're gonna
this.
get 2 more, but you might not get 3.
Yeah.
He's gonna punt
Auburn's
it, which
gonna punt
he knows what's going on. I mean, he knows his kids.
Yep.
It's easy for me to sit up here and pontificate from up in the press box when I get to go home and get in my bed. Don't have to think about it anymore. We faked it.
Up the middle. Auburn's got it.
What a gutsy call.
That's a great call there. I was looking back, and it looked like
he snapped it to the up back, and we folded a guy. There were 2 up backs, and one of them folded around it. We didn't have our typical punt set either.
Right.
Instead of being way back, we had everybody up. That's a gutsy call by Coach. I get my hats off to him. Crap, I've tried things like that in the past, and it backfired on me.
Looked like Coleman Granberry got it and ran right up the middle and got the first down.
Great call. Great call because it worked.
It worked. I'm about to say.
If it didn't work, what a stupid call. How that coach and everybody in the stands is guessing.
It's easy to play it once you know the.
Oh, heck yeah, the outcome.
Yep.
On the 40.
Drops back as Pittman. Steps up. Looking for his receiver, and the spacing there, not great.
I think we had a busted route because actually, if you want to know the truth, we had a wide open guy in the far, wide side of the field flat. Nobody was there.
Yeah.
But that would have been a long throw. Of course, when there's nobody there, the closing speed of this defense by Central is pretty good. They might have been on it before we could even have a chance.
Yeah, just a nice little, the up back comes up, takes the play, and he's got a couple lead blockers right there. Nice play. Stack look, inside handoff to Massey. Massey finally a little bit of a push there, puts his foot in the ground and gets first down yardage, gets half of what he needed. 3rd and 5 coming.
Yeah, just right up the gut at him. And, the thing is, I'm kind of surprised we were able to do that. Of course, the big boy ain't in there.
I don't see 44.
Either one of the 2 big ones, 93 or 44. So they got new personnel in there. So 96 and 49 are in there for them in those 2 interior spots. That's the place where they've been dominating us in between the tackles.
3rd down and 5 to go. 7.5 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Massey now moves over to the other side. Auburn is set. Here comes motion. Little pop pass. And Daly has to cut up quick. And it's going to be no gain on the play, 4th down and about 4.
Yeah, they tried to run that little speed sweep where they pitch it to him, and Central's defensive end got upfield pretty good. We couldn't block him.
4th down and 4. Got him.
Got him. Sure did. All right, just hard count, clapped his hand. They jumped offside. Here again.
Coach, I've never seen what I just saw happen by Central. 3 players went to the D tackle, they jumped off sides, and pushed him off the field.
Run him off the field. Well, he's one of the new blood.
Yeah.
Some of that new blood they brought in. They probably told him, you had your chance, now get off
Get
the
out.
field. All right. You know, here's the thing. When a kid makes a mistake like that, it's because he's going full speed.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that he meant to do it, of course. He's going full speed. He's playing hard. But you've got to be more heads up.
Here are some scores brought to you by Franklin Tire Auto. 17-14 Prattville over Enterprise. Jeff Davis Smith Station, they'll play tomorrow. Opelika up 10 over Russell County. Hoover up 27-10 over Hewitt, and Vestavia is down big to Thompson. Those scores brought to you by Franklin Tire Auto. Friendly service from Franklin on East University Drive across from CC's Pizza. Pittman drops back, and the 2 defensive players coming off the right side, one in a big way, and it's 2nd down and long. Pittman got hit
They just bull rushed our offensive lineman, and our left side collapsed. And one guy on the interior, he bull rushed, and we just got collapsed. He never had a chance to set his back foot, and it rang his bell a little bit. 2nd down, and what's that? 18,
17. 6 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Auburn High School down by 21. Massey moves to the left side. Pittman has it. Play action, drops back, steps up, and helmet comes out. Flag comes out. Did the ball come out?
Here again, quarterback never had a chance.
See what the flag is.
Might have been a face mask.
Might have been a hold. Unsportsmanlike on Central. That's not a 1st down.
Yeah, but it's going to get it a lot closer. Make it 2nd down and about 9.
Is that a dead ball, or was it a? If it's a live ball, it's 2nd down. If it's a dead ball, it's 3rd down coming up. Still waiting on what the call is. 5:48 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Auburn High School down 21. They have the ball inside the 30. It should – that's the conversation. Is it 1st down or is it 3rd down? Or is it 2nd down if it's a live ball penalty?
Well, they haven't given a signal yet. I think they're contemplating.
That's 2nd down then. So it wasn't dead ball, it was illegal participation, which was signaled in wrong by the white
No wonder they
hat.
got us like they did.
Coach, if you can run that 4-4-4, it's pretty darn good.
That's pretty good defense.
Pittman drops back, steps up, and just got smashed. There's going to be a flag on the play. It might be roughing. Horse collar on Central.
They did it on the quarterback.
This is going to move Auburn, should move Auburn in the Byron Smokehouse Breakfast Red Zone. Byron Smokehouse with Auburn tradition for over 30 years. I know Central fans are going to complain about the officiating, this, that, and the other.
Listen, I've been a part of some games at Central that ain't got don't go there with me. I can tell you that.
I'm just saying what some Central fans might be thinking is that that Central might have more penalty yards than Auburn has total yards.
They have.
They had over 100 yards in the first half in penalties.
1st and 10 at the 15, 14.
Massey moves to the right, drops back.
He's wide open in the flat.
Trying to find the screen route, not there. So Auburn right now, they're flaring out that back. What's happened now is as soon as that back flares, Central goes, okay, the screen is coming the other way. It's exactly what happened there. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11.
But the back is wide open.
Back is wide open.
You know, the quarterback can't see that. I mean,
especially because his read is immediately going the other way.
Yeah.
5 minutes even left to go here in the 4th quarter. Tigers down by 21.
Right. He got the same pot. Well, that's that safety walking up. He might pick it. Yeah, he's picking it
Pittman drops back, looks into the corner of the end zone for Daly. Got him! Touchdown! And he was held. 15-yard touchdown strike from Clyde Pittman to Bakari Daly. Tigers cut it to 21-6.
Now get your onside kickoff team.
Hey, look, after what happened last December, anything is possible on a high school football field.
Amen to that. 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the game.
Yep. And you still got 3 timeouts. Holding on the Red Devils. Penalty is okay. We're on the kickoff. I didn't know that was possible.
Hey, what's the key play on this drive?
Them making a bunch of penalties.
The 4th down, going for it.
Yeah, the fake punt.
The fake punt. You know, you had to have a little gutsy.
You got to have a little bit of a juice, and you got it. Nice play design there. Finally got a one-on-one, got some protection. Kick is on the way. Kick is up. That kick is good. And we'll take a break. Auburn cuts it to 21-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Central. 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against Central.
What do you do? You can't even kick off from there. There was a hold.
You do know there's a rule that you can kick off from right there and kick it through the upright and get 3 points.
Yes, you can. Free kick this.
Free kick, yes, you get 3 points.
This is odd. You free kick this from the 20-yard line. You should free kick it from the 35.
You know, they can. Well, let me back up. You can free kick it if it follows.
It's a punt.
If it follows a fair caught punt. It's got to be a punt that's fair caught. So, you know, that's the deal there.
Correct. It's got to be.
There's some conferring going on.
It's got to be a fair caught punt, and it's got to be cleanly caught, and you're giving up your possession.
Yeah.
That's why you can't free kick this. Auburn High's got to attempt an onside kick, but Central's going to have 11 players right at the 10-yard line.
They ain't got much more to go.
No.
I mean,
actually, you know what? The more I think about it, what are your odds of getting the onside kick?
It's not a free kick.
It's not. Yeah, you can't free kick it. You can't. You can onside it, but my thing here is kick it out of the end zone. Like.
Well, I don't know about that. I wouldn't kick it out of the end zone. I would go ahead and onside it. They're going to get the ball in about the 10, maybe the 5 or whatever. Make them go longer.
I'm just saying, like, Enterprise attempted an onside kick against Central and it went for a touchdown.
Well, now that's then you got to have somebody. I'd put my fastest man on the field back here on right next to the official and just clean up anything.
I have never seen a team kicking off from the 20-yard line.
This is a first for me too. In my 42 years of coaching, I've never seen this. Y'all take a picture. Y'all, if you can. Yep, that's some people taking pictures of that.
Onside kick, loose ball in the end zone.
Gonna be a safety.
Is that a safety or is it a touchback or is it a touchdown?
Well, if we got it, it's a touchdown. If they got it, it's a touchback.
It's a touchback. There's a
safety.
flag on the play.
If we got it, it should be a safety. That means they'll be punting to us.
Who got it?
Because, see, they tried to handle it before it crossed over the goal line, which means that
that should be a safety. Is it a safety or is it a touchback? Is it a touchdown?
I thought it was a safety. Depends on what the penalty's for.
It can't be a touchback. It's on Central.
Thing about it is that the ball was touched, but I don't know. I need to talk to somebody that knows more about rules than I do.
This would be a great time to have Chuck Furlow to text him, because he knew every rule.
I know once the ball's touched and it goes into I don't know. Maybe once it goes in the end zone, it's a dead ball no matter what.
No. See, here's where things get weird because it's a kickoff. If you mishandle the kickoff and it goes through your arms, you can still kneel it in the end zone. It's not a safety. It's a touchback. They're at the 10 because there was an unsportsmanlike call on Central. And Central wants a timeout.
I'm confused. I'm totally confused.
So
I used to unravel these things. Them days are long
I
ago.
think the fact that it was a kickoff, meaning that it could be touched but not handled before it went into the end zone, which means that's why it's a touchback, not a safety. If Auburn would have recovered it, would have 100% been a touchdown.
I'm still.
And then there was an unsportsmanlike call on Central that pushed it back to the 10.
Looks like
They want the bubble. One-on-one, missed the tackle, and then Pogue able to make the tackle, gain of about 9 on the play.
We haven't stopped that all night.
No.
I'm pretty sure if that had been in college, it had been a safety, but this particular case.
Yeah,
high school, when it goes to the end zone, it's a dead ball.
It's a dead ball.
Just got a little excited there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's such a weird thing.
Well, that's why I thought we'd kick the onside kick. Don't go in the end zone with it.
Yeah.
The inside
I mean,
zone
that's a great point. No, you don't. You just see what happens. And it almost was a touchdown. It's going to be
2nd down and 1 for Central. They just ran right up the middle, and we stuffed it.
Auburn had a chance to catch it. I mean, Auburn had a guy.
Had a chance.
Right there. Like, Auburn hit it first right at the 9-yard line and then just bounced off.
Got a Central player down with a.
Yeah, we'll take this timeout with them. 3:42 left to go here. Central leads 21-7. We'll be back. You're listening to the Auburn Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic. So that's why it's a touchback and not a safety. It's 3rd and 1 here at the 19-yard line. That video from AHS Mass Media, they've done a great job here tonight. Jet motion for English. Quarterback power up the middle. Going to have his first. Needed 1, got about 2.
Just faked the jet sweep, and then Nix, the quarterback, kept it and just got what he needed for the first down. Clock is running. It's down to 3:17.
Yeah, and now, Auburn High has the 3 timeouts left, but the way the clock rules work, you're about a first down or 2 from Central being able to run this thing, run this out and end this one.
Well, it's been a dominant performance by Central, no doubt.
Absolutely.
I mean, the way it opened up, it was certainly dominant. You thought it was fixing to get run out of the house, and then things settled down. It was nip and tuck for a while.
The other thing is you don't have the play clock to go off of. Inside handoff right up the middle. Got to find a way to get the ball out if you can. Gains to the 26-yard line.
Just a little straight ahead ISO play
Gain
with
of about 4.
with the plug back folding around and leading up on the linebacker.
It's a great play. You basically base everybody. Your up back gets to go in, find the hole. Your running back follows him. 2.5 left to go. Second down and about 6 here for the Red Devils.
.218 and counting.
Nix has it, handoff up the middle.
Oh,
bounce outside. Dead. Auburn High had it stopped up. Nice eyes there by the running back to bounce it outside. First down to about the 36, 37-yard line. Now Auburn High is going to have to start using their timeouts.
Yeah, that was just inside zone that bounced outside. The defense collapsed inside on it and stopped it, but then it bounced out and just outran us on the corner.
DN didn't keep leverage there.
One minute and 54 in the game. Auburn's behind 21-7 to Central Phoenix City.
Clock needs to be reset. Clock kept going there. Everybody's looking at us like we have the clock. That's them. Next to us.
Well, we got all kind of folks in the bleachers that they know what's best sometimes. Then they'll probably never call a game in their life. But that's okay. That's what they paid their $8
Yeah, they paid their money for.
As long as they don't cuss, they're okay.
2:04 and counting, now stopped at 2:01. White, and now we're having a long conversation again. It is 1st and 10 Red Devils.
Coach is looking up the press box, but I don't know what. He may be talking to his coaches.
They wanted 2:04, and the running back ran out of bounds, so the clock shouldn't have started. So the clock is stopped at 2:04 left to go. Nix in the gun, calls for it, and it's again an inside handoff. Nice patience there by the runner across the 40. Auburn High is going to start calling their timeouts. We'll be back after 30 seconds. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Timeout Auburn High. That is their first call timeout of the second half.
Inside handoff.
Same play.
Joyner got through, and now Auburn gets to him. And there's your timeout. Third down and about 5 coming.
We got, how many we got left?
One.
One more?
Yeah,
one more left.
I don't, this is a tough situation. You got to stop. You got to get the stop, finish the stop. A first down here, the ball game's about over. Finish the stop, get a score relatively quick, and get an onside kick. And if you can find a way to kick off from the 20 again, that'd be good.
That'd be nice. Of course, home cooking.
And Coach, there's some places across this state that nobody has chefs quite like they do in their home backyard. 150 left to go here, and it's been a situation where Auburn just couldn't find anything offensively to get going.
Not consistently.
Right.
We'd have spurts, and then, let's here again give Central credit. They got a fine football team.
They're
and,
one of the best teams in the state.
Well, there's no doubt the best football team we've seen this year.
Absolutely.
On both sides of the ball, but especially on defense. Their offense is good, but their defense is.
Enterprise scored 30 on them. And they've scored 16 on Enterprise. High school football. Gotta love it. 3 receivers to the top, 1 receiver to the near side. And a little split to a bunch look, or a shift to a bunch look. Quarterback draw, got it. First down, great play call, sliding down, nice play there by Nix. And Central, Auburn with 1 timeout left. Central is close to being able to run this thing out. Fantastic play design, great execution.
Clutch time, just they faked the run and faked the run to the back, and the quarterback just kept it. Nobody touched him until he got about 12 yards.
A little bit, quarterback lead had the running back that was next to him that ran up in there and got it.
All right, victory formation by Central. This got somebody 15 yards back.
And Central will go into the knee. And Central will come into Duck Samford Stadium and get the win. The last time,
and it's a convincing win.
And the last time this happened, Auburn, it was the Central Red Devils came in 2019 and got a win. Central will have to take one more knee.
And when you're in this situation, the thing as a coach, I just didn't want anybody cheap shot.
We don't want anything after the game.
No, don't need that. Just, pat them on the back. They played good. They deserve the win. Congratulations to the Red Devils. Well-coached football team. I felt like they had some areas scheme-wise that we could exploit, but it's hard to do that when your quarterback's running for his life. So
big win for Central. They played well. They get the win. They make less mistakes. They make less mistakes. They make more plays. Right. And that was a big factor here tonight. Auburn High School falls to Central, and for the first time this season, they will fall, and they will go to 6-1. Central, on the other hand, improves to 7-0. 21-7, your final score. We'll be back with a post-game show. You're listening to the Auburn High School Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.